Max is smiling again. What's going on?
Look at how Zach spelled coordinator.
Okay. Spell it out loud. Quardentator. Talk us through that, Zach.
Coordinator.
Phonetics?
Yeah, like
Like
quadriceps.
how you hear it.
Yeah.
Coordinator. Quarter.
Coordinator.
Like coordinator.
Coordinator. I'm the coordinator.
Wow. On today's Part of My Take, presented by DraftKings, it is Week 12 in the NFL. We're talking every game from Sunday. We have the fastest 2 minutes. The Cowboys' insane comeback. The Bears are 8-3. The Lions and Jameis had an all-time instant classic, 1,000 yards of offense. Sunday Night Football was a dud. We're going to do Who's Back of the Week, maybe touch a little college football. And we're going to start it all with our friends at Game Time. The NFL is in full swing. Tailgates, pack stands, the buzz before kickoff. But getting in nightmare queues, price jumps, getting logged out mid-click. All you want is to be there, beer in hand, losing your voice with the crowd. The Game Time app gives the advantage back to fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in a few taps. Hank, what game are we looking at?
Monday Night Football.
Let's go!
Ooh.
Hank, yes!
You're so back.
You're so back.
Panthers at 49ers. You can get in to Levi's Stadium for $111.
Okay, hell
Big
yeah.
bell
So,
bottom.
Game Time, it's incredibly easy to use. The Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. We're looking at those tickets. What was it again? For the Panthers, 49ers.
$111.
$111. Take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code PMT for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Part of My Take, presented by DraftKings. The crown is yours. Today is Monday, November 24th, and it's Week 12. What? Happy Thanksgiving to all, and to all a good night.
Some spread.
Some
You know who the
spread.
real turkey is? Boom.
Who?
Obama.
What? In Chicago, where the day started with Mr. Rogers' neighborhood being not so welcoming as he flipped the bird to cameraman and belongs in jail. Mason Ramsey Rudolph was forced to play in his place and went balls to the Walmart as he tried to capture a Steelers win. Ooh, what you say? That it's all for the sack as TJ derules all the Watts, passing his brother JJ for career sacks with 115. Down their three starting linebackers, it was DeMarco Samuel Jackson who told Dennis Allen, hold on to your butts, doing just enough to stop the Steelers. DJ Moore. How do you like it? How do you like it? More. How do you like it? How do you like it? Scored twice on Sunday, and the 8-3 Bears have an entire internet saying they can't keep getting away with this. Bears 31, Steelers 28. Whoop.
We go to Lambeau Field as Kevin Ocasio-Cortez and the Minnesota Vikings look to overcome J.J. McCarthyism and leave their marks on the community-owned Packers. Belichick wasn't the only coach thinking about Jordan Love all this week, as Matt LaFleur did some cheerleading of his own, trying to get his QB back in a winning mindset. Josh Jacobs showed up flat and was being a little boob about it, so Emmanuel Woodrow Wilson got the call to give his 14 points, scoring 2 touchdowns. The Packers kept running the ball and trusting their defense as Micah Parsons was fired up, dialing 9 one-on-one and getting the national championship winning QB. Justin Jefferson Starship was looking back at the 2 QBs, singing, "Wouldn't I like somebody to love? Don't I need somebody like love? Wouldn't I love somebody like love? I better find somebody like love." But him and the White Rabbit, Adam Thielen, better find the pills that Brett Favre used to take that makes him not feel anything at all, as this season is starting to look just a tiny little bit out of hand, which is also an accurate description of Brett Favre's most infamous pictures. The Packers, 23. The Vikings, 6.
Talking crock shots?
Talking about his penis.
You're talking crock
when he
shots.
sent his penis to a woman.
Hey, now we go to Baltimore, where Memes was there to watch his Jets.
We head to Baltimore, where Lamar Samuel Jackson is tired of these motherfucking injuries to his motherfucking legs as the Ravens' offensive struggles continue. Tyrod Tiana Taylor said, "You're gonna love me," as he found John, it's Brittany Metch, and watch me Adonai Mitchell, who have both been upgrades to the Jets passing game. Ha! Zay Flowers was the only one able to catch the ball, while Derek Henry Lockwood said, "I'm a dog." Toy! They're on sale this Friday in the Barstool store, limited amount, while scoring 2 touchdowns. The Jets' touchdown in the first half made the Ravens' defense and rich homie Roquan Smith feel some type of way as Marlon Wayans Humphrey said, "Run, bitch, run," as he tracked Breece Hall down to force the fumble to ice the game. Ravens 23, Jets 10.
Thanks, Memes. Over to Cincinnati, where Hank was there.
Over to Cincinnati, where in the first quarter, it looked like Geno Sorcerer's Stone was wearing the invisibility cloak because Draco Malfoy May didn't see him on an interception over the middle, and he could go all the way to give the Bengals a 10-0 lead. Hunter Henry Winkler responded, "Hey, I don't want to see where I've been. I want to see how cool I look getting there," as he scampered in for a 28-yard touchdown of his own. Joe Wacko was looking the part in the second quarter when he was picked off by Marcus Aurelius Jones, who asked the crowd, "Are you not entertained?" after taking it back 33 yards to the house. Mitchell Tinsel tried to use the holiday spirit to kick a fourth quarter comeback into gear, but Mike Vrabel was the Grinch, and the Patriots win 26-20.
Thanks, Hank. In Kansas City, where they say football is a game about the Jimmies and Johns, as the Colts look to hunt down the big game Chiefs and put a pelt on the wall. But the hunted became the hunter as Kareem ripped off 104 yards and a score in a thriller. Colts fans are singing, "Pass me a bottle, Mr. Jones. Help me believe in anything." Like, can we get a first down when we want to win the game? Because if we can't, it's going to be a long December. The Chiefs' season started in South America, but it was a Brazilian bucker lift that the team needed to keep their playoff hopes alive, as he went 5 for 5, and the Chiefs stay alive. Chiefs 23, Colts 20. Whoop!
We go to Glendale, Arizona, where the West Coast Jaguars look to make it 3-0 on the Pacific time zone this season. The Jaguars winning on the Pacific time zone? Things looked ugly early with some bad turnovers as Walter Colin III had touchdown number 2 of the day and pushed his little balloon nut into the end zone. And just as these cardiac cats have been riding the lightning over their past couple games, Liam Talca Cohen said, "Take my hand. We're off to Trevor land. Yeah." They got the win, and nothing else matters. It was the Arizona Cardinals running backs who looked more like the star of the One music video, unable to see or walk, as Bam Night Night looked half asleep. The Jags overcome all the turnovers to force overtime, where Cam Littleboy unleashed a small nuke, becoming the hero Shima of the day. Jacoby Brissett didn't look that great, but just imagine how much worse it would have been with Kyler Murray, who might have to sign with a minor league contract this offseason. With Telluride Busch Gaming, Jags 27, Cards 24.
We go to Dallas, where these two teams don't like each other. Max?
We head over to Dallas, where A.J. Millie Bobby Brown was looking supernatural early, as 11 went for 6 to start off the scoring for the Eagles, but things started looking stranger when his targets started to diminish after the first quarter. Luke, Saquon Barkley, and the Eagles' offensive line were sleepwalking through this game as they continued to disappoint their team. George Lucas Pickens may be in a galaxy far, far, far away from the rest of the receivers in the league, as he absolutely torched the Eagles' secondary all game. Xavier Gibson's guitar should be returning less balls for the Eagles, since he absolutely fucking blows. Eagles lose, who cares?
And finishing Sunday Night Football with another blowout, Zach.
In Inglewood, Matthew's staffalicious definitions make them boys go loco. They want his treasure so they get their pleasures from his photos. Passes to Vontae Adam Sandler from 1 yard out. All right! Then the great British Baker Mayfield off, throws a pass intended for Kate Otten. Is it cake? Nope, it's a pick six. But wait, Baked Goods Mayfield drops his croissant into the end zone to Tez Magic Johnson. Bucs fans all over should be happy with Tez Johnson because the Bucs have a really good player in Tez Johnson. Lastly, Harrison Ford Mevis helped the Rams win, but in no way at all was he their only hope with a 40-yard field goal straight through the uprights. Los Angeles, win. Tampa Bay, loss.
Standing on the corner, Jameis Winston in Hoboken, such a fine sight to see. A 10-point lead, my lord, that's not enough scores for New York to get a victory. Come on, Kafka, another laugher. Fans want to hang Shane Bowen from the rafters.
Lions 34, the G-Men 27. And that was your fastest 2 minutes for week 2 in the NFL. Brought to you by our friends at Chevy. Football season is here, and whether you're grinding through the week or gearing up for kickoff, there's one ride that's always game ready. It's the Chevy Silverado. The Chevy Silverado is a longtime partner, pardon my take, and our favorite truck, and it's all about grit. From job site to tailgate, Silverado lets you show up strong and tackle any task. Built for the hustle, ready for the game. Silverado is America's most dependable full-size truck. For J.D. Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Head to Chevy.com to learn more and build your own Chevy Silverado today. Okay, week 12 in the books, boys. We'll talk Sunday Night Football at the very end. We also will talk some Thursday Night Football at the very end.
We missed that last
Give
week.
the Texans fans some something to hear about us glazing their team and their defense specifically. Pretty good Sunday in terms of action. There was some good games. There was a moment in time, I believe it was like maybe 12:30 Chicago time, where it was all the double-digit favorites were losing outright, and we thought we'd have some chaos. We did have some chaos, but let's start. Let's dive in. You guys ready to dive in?
Ready.
Let's dive right in. By the way, reminder, we have Monday and Wednesday, our shows this week. We will give an extra long Wednesday for people who have to work on Friday. You can save yourself something. We'll leave some food out for you. But let's get in. Chiefs 23, Colts 20. The Chiefs are still alive, and the Chiefs were so close to being dead. This was the Chiefs game that I think we all were expecting in terms of late clutch plays, their defense standing up. They were down 20-9 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. They were down 20-17 on their own 6-yard line with 4:43 left. But the Chiefs found a way. Mahomes made some big plays in the second half. He had like 250 yards in the second half passing. And the Chiefs are still alive. And the Colts probably feel like they squandered one because their offense just completely died in the second half. Completely died. They had 12 plays that they ran in the fourth quarter and overtime, did not gain a first down.
You remember that stat that we talked about on Friday's show where it was the Chiefs when it was within the last 5 minutes of regulation when the score was 1 point?
Yep.
Well, today, Patrick Mahomes turned all that around. He was 5 for 8 in those situations for 79 yards.
Yeah, it was.
So he ended up finding Rashee Rice. He ended up finding Xavier Worthy. He beats the Colts for the first time in the regular season.
Yep.
So he's collecting all of them.
It was finally the Chiefs doing what they all last year. They went 11-0 in one-score games. This was their first win in a one-score game this year. They were 0-5 going into this game. They needed this win so badly. And it was. It felt like the old Chiefs in the fact that Mahomes with the ball late, he'll find a way. And they did.
And then the Colts, on the other hand, when they had the ball, the last three drives of the game for Daniel Jones at the Colts, Danny Dimes was 3 for 12.
The last 4 drives, they punted.
On the last
no first downs.
On the last 3, he went 3 for 12 for 29 yards.
Whew.
That was his final 15 attempts. He had 4 straight 3-and-outs, and Indy got 6 yards on 9 plays in that span.
Yeah, it was more the Chiefs' defense giving the Chiefs a chance to be in this position because they not only did that in the fourth quarter in the overtime where they completely shut down the Colts offense, but they also had some huge red zone stops where they forced the Colts to kick field goals. And it was like, if you're a Colts fan, you're just sitting there saying, this is a game you should have won, you could have won, you had it in front of you. You even had it with the ball up 20-17 at the 50-yard line with 5:49 left. That's two first downs there, and you're kicking a field goal to go up 6. They weren't able to do it. They couldn't put the Chiefs away, and the Chiefs are all the way back. Not all the way back, because they still have. I mean, they're playing a tough Cowboys team.
They've got
on
like
Thursday.
the smallest margin for error ever.
But this would have put them out.
This would have put them out, but they've got daylight. That's what the Chiefs have. The Chiefs they have daylight, and it helps when you have a running game.
Yeah,
Like Kareem Hunt had a great game today.
yeah.
And that makes things a lot easier for the Chiefs because, I don't think they have the firepower that they've had in years past. But if you're able to effectively run the football, then, Patrick Mahomes is going to win you a lot of games. They didn't lead. The Chiefs never led today.
No.
They just kicked a field goal to win.
They kicked the field goal in overtime after the Colts had a possession and didn't gain a first down. But, the Chiefs, if you look at their schedule, they had to probably win 6 out of 7 down the stretch. Now they only have to win 5 out of 6. That probably feels a little bit better.
Which is doable.
Because if you had lost this one, you have to win 6 out of 6.
And Harrison Butker had a great game today, 5 for 5. I did notice it's My Cause, My Cleats this week.
Yeah.
He did not wear the anti-human trafficking cleats that he wore last year.
Okay.
So is he now pro-human trafficking?
I don't know.
Somebody should ask him
What
about
was
that.
his cause this time?
I don't know, but I just know it wasn't I just stopped reading when I saw that it wasn't the anti-human trafficking. So I was like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Once you put those on, you can't really change it. But the last several games of the year, here's what the Chiefs have. They can lose one of these games. Cowboys, Texans, Chargers, at Titans, Broncos, at Raiders. That's what they're looking at.
Yeah, they have 3 games that they should conceively win pretty easily, and then they have a lot of games that are going to be tough.
I think that they can. I think they can, and they will.
Hank, you were rooting for the Colts.
No, I mean I bet the Chiefs on our picks. They were never going to lose that game. They should have lost that game. It felt like a loss the whole time, but they actually kind of dominated the game. If you look at the stats, frauds.
Ooh,
the Colts are
here
frauds.
We go. Okay, say it with your chest.
That was their game to lose, and they choked.
Yeah, well, the Chiefs
lost it like 6 times. They just need to get a field goal, a score, a long drive.
Yeah,
nothing.
They weren't able to get any yards going. Memes telling you to drink water. He sounds like you got a frog in your throat. That's okay. The Chiefs did kind of dominate the game on the stat sheet. They had 494 yards to 255, 33 first downs to 10 for the Colts. But obviously, you had the pick 6 at the beginning of the game for Mahomes. The Colts had a couple big chunk plays early on. But the Colts could not move the ball. This offense has been electric, and it was not today. And it's a lot of credit to the Chiefs defense that bowed up. Also, some credit to the refs. I don't know. I just like to throw that out there so people get mad. The Colts defense got called for 7 flags. The Chiefs defense got 0.
They also they had that touchdown that was taken off the board though, right?
Yeah,
on the ear hole face mask thing that they're calling now. But Hank,
there were a couple of classic Chiefs plays where it was like, oh no, the Chiefs are fucked. Oh, there's a flag.
Yeah, Hank, what would you say? Why are you using the F word in regards to the Colts? Let's dive into this. Are the Colts frauds?
If you're not a fraud, this is a game you win.
Okay.
Fact or fiction?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. No,
I mean, they were up 20-9 in the fourth quarter. They should have won that game. They just needed to get first downs. They didn't. Again, it's crazy. 4 drives in overtime in fourth quarter, 0 first downs.
I think
it's a couple first downs, you win this game.
I think it's more like all frauds would lose this game, but most teams that aren't frauds would win it.
Daniel Jones, not a playoff quarterback.
Are they frauds? But they also got a big lead against a desperate team in Arrowhead. That makes them not frauds.
I guess.
They went up 20-9.
We had that caller that said we should stop giving people credit for comebacks.
It's true. You got down.
Mahomes
got down.
This is it's regular season's fun. It's fun to win games in the regular season and get all hyped, but it's like the playoffs are the only thing that matters, and the Colts are not a team that I would have any confidence in the playoffs.
Mahomes got bailed out by his kicker.
Yeah, but Mahomes, as much as I don't like him, they win these games.
And he did have 350 yards passing.
Yeah, he finds a way to win.
And it was really the Chiefs' defense, though. They shut down the Colts. I mean, Daniel Jones didn't attempt to pass over 20 yards downfield. The Jonathan Taylor, yeah, here it is. It's on the screen right now. 18 total yards in fourth quarter and overtime for the Colts. Jonathan Taylor was shut down. They were I felt like multiple times they were tackling him behind the line of scrimmage. And Shane Steichen is now. Is it too early for Shane Steichen? Because the Colts are 8-3. I think they're still a good team. I don't know. Frauds would be, you're saying, a counteract to people saying the Colts are for real, like could go on a deep run. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're saying that Colts do not have a chance to win the Super Bowl.
Not a chance.
Okay.
Zero chance. Off the board.
Shane Steichen is taking blame for this. He said, we got to do a better job. I got to be better for the guys. I mean, you are 8-3, but you still got to be better for the guys.
Mm-hmm.
There was that wasn't his quote, that part. There was he said there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to get called that I felt good about in the past game, and we just weren't efficient doing it. Feels like he left a lot on the call sheet.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I
I
wanted to call on the. Why didn't he?
Yeah.
Does that mean he doesn't trust his quarterback?
I don't know. That's something you throw out there.
If you say, like, I had a bunch of plays I wanted to call him, but I wasn't able to call him, to me that sounds like he's just thinking about those plays.
Yeah.
Like, if that's what he's saying to the media after the game, he's just going to go to sleep tonight. He's like the opposite of Sean McVay. He's going to be thinking about all the plays he didn't call.
Yeah. Some of the best plays I've ever called are the ones I didn't call.
Yeah.
Except the opposite.
Except they were bad because I didn't call him.
Yeah, I should have
Because
called
I didn't
them.
trust in Danny Jones.
Do you think he just had one he was looking at all game being like, this one's going to be sick, and he just never got to it?
Maybe he just doesn't have the balls for it. I don't know.
I mean, maybe this is because they did a pretty good job of bottling up Jonathan Taylor, who has been absolutely killing teams. So maybe that's what put him in a bad spot. Jonathan Taylor only had 58 yards, 3.6 yards per rush. Yeah, I really came away being like the Chiefs' defense is what's – because that's the recipe. You have Mahomes who can make big plays, and the Chiefs' defense showed that they can keep them in the game when things look a little clunky, which it did at times.
Yeah, I wouldn't count the Colts as being frauds because I don't think – has there any –
Yeah.
Have you heard
Are they
anybody
on fraud
say –
watch?
I don't think,
no, because I don't think –
he's right.
have you heard anybody say, like, I think the Colts are going to win the Super Bowl?
To be frauds, you have
Yeah.
to be told that you're going to win the Super Bowl. Or be like the 1 seed. I guess they were going into today. Yeah. No, the Broncos were. Or no, the Colts were because they beat the Broncos. Yeah, I never really thought of them as winning the Super Bowl, so I therefore don't think of them as frauds, if that makes sense.
You know what? Since they were
You're not looking at them at the top of the playoff standings.
Since they were the 1 seed this week, I do give Hank permission to call them frauds.
That's fair.
Because they occupied that top spot, like the Jags did a couple years ago. Remember that?
Yep.
And we can say that they were frauds at that point.
Yeah.
They're a fraudulent 1 seed. The Colts were fraudulent 1 seeds, but now I think they're no longer frauds.
Yeah, if they're a 3 or 4 seed,
They're right where they should be.
Yeah.
Now, the AFC South is I said that stuff 2 weeks ago, and it's not a foregone conclusion. I think the Colts should conceivably still win it, but the Jags are 7-4. They're 1 game back. And the Texans are, which we will talk about later, are looking absolutely unstoppable defensively. And the Jags and Colts play 2 games against each other down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Jags can somehow beat the Colts twice, which I'm not going to say they will because Trevor Lawrence is addicted to throwing interceptions.
He's hilarious.
He is addicted to throwing interceptions. But that is all ahead of them. The Jaguars have everything ahead of them where they can kind of control their own destiny down the stretch.
We're going to, in 2 weeks from now, we're going to look at this and we'll know if the Colts are going to be fraudulent or not. Fraudulent division leaders.
It actually, Hank, you know what it comes down to is that if the Jaguars had just not blown that 19-point lead to the Texans, they would be sitting in a very different place right now because they would have had the season series against the Texans. Instead, they split it, and they would have been 8-3.
Yeah.
That was a blown opportunity. Big-time blown opportunity. Okay, Max, I know that you just watched the Eagles-Cowboys. I do want you to participate here and there. How are you feeling now that it's been like 10 minutes?
Not great. It's too early to talk about the 4 o'clock games.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the 4 o'clock games. I'm saying like other games. Will you be able to participate here and there, or are you just in such a funk?
I don't have anything to say about this game.
Right. You see the line of questioning though.
I had the Chiefs. I'm happy the Chiefs won. That's about all I got.
You had the Chiefs?
I bet on the Chiefs.
Did they cover?
I had them live money line.
Oh,
nice.
that was
Congrats.
smart.
Yeah.
They were going to win this game. Hank was doing that thing where he just kept on saying they're going to win this game. Tune into the Yak Case race on Wednesday because Hank just said over and over the Bills were going to win that game against the Texans over and over and over.
There was that bullshit flag at the very end. I hated that flag.
He just kept on saying it. He's like, they're going to win this game. They're going to win this game. It's the Bills. It's the Bills. Putting on your heavy sarcasm. Okay, next game. Probably the most fun game. Absolutely the most fun game. Lions 34, Giants 27. I want to start with Jameis, but I think that we can't just because Jahmyr Gibbs is so fucking good, and he had 219 yards rushing, 45 yards receiving, 264 total yards, 3 total touchdowns. He was their entire offense on a day that the Lions were not at their best and were taken to the brink overtime against a 2-9, now 2-10 Giants team. We said it a few weeks ago that he might be the best running back, and obviously there's people who pushed back with Jonathan Taylor and this. I think I'm fine with just saying Jahmyr Gibbs is the best running back because when he gets into open field, there's just no. He looks like he's making other NFL players look slow.
He's so fast, and to do that on the very first play of overtime, when both teams get a little bit of a break, the defense has caught their breath a little bit.
69 yards to the house.
And he's like, I'm just going to go out there and just be faster than everybody that you have on your team. It was demoralizing for the Giants. Credit to the Giants for hanging in there, not for hanging in there, for building a lead.
Yes.
Like you can chalk this up under the most recent example of the Giants to blow a 10-point lead, which they've done 5 times this season. But to me, it's Gibbs more like
first down.
Yeah, it's Gibbs on first down.
Gibbs on first down.
Gibbs on first down.
Touchdown.
But to me, it's more like credit to the Giants for competing, and then also credit to Jahmyr Gibbs for just doing what we all expected Jahmyr Gibbs to do, which is blow our minds. So I keep saying this, and every week I keep getting more vindicated for the fact that Brian Daboll should be court-martialed for starting Russell Wilson. It made no sense at the time. It makes even less sense now. Jameis Winston, he's at 20.3 yards per completion. That's what he had today against the Lions. That's the highest in the NFL all season.
Yeah.
Jackson Darts against the Broncos, where he had 18.9 yards per completion, was the second highest total in the NFL all season. Both guys that started the season behind Russell Wilson. The game was tied until the Giants sent Russell Wilson out to midfield as the captain with his helmet on to call the coin toss. And from that point, everything fell apart.
But they did win the coin toss. Not everything fell apart. But they did win the coin toss.
At what cost?
Yeah. They won the coin toss. He did his job.
I guess
his job was to go out and win the coin toss. He won the coin toss. This was, though, the most Jameis Winston game possible. He was so electric. He was 18 for 36 for 366 yards, 13.6 air yards per attempt. So he's just slinging it. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and then 1 catch, 33 yards, and a touchdown, which was one of the greatest plays I've ever seen in my entire life. And I know that sounds hyperbolic, and I know we're very big Jameis fans. That play was dead 100 million times. Jameis caught it, shook off the defender.
Little spin move.
Was fucking awesome. He is so much fun to watch. Like, at minimum, this should prove that Jameis Winston should be a starting quarterback in the NFL. There are so many bad games that we watch and bad quarterback play that we watch. Jameis Winston is not, yes, sometimes he throws interceptions. Yes, sometimes he makes mistakes. He is so much fun, and he takes shots. Also, by the way, shout out Jameis for one of the best timed celebrations right into the camera after that touchdown.
Right at the camera, and all his teammates getting up right next to him and doing the choreograph with him at the same time. Jameis keeps his receivers happy, too, because in a season like this where things, nothing's really going well for the New York Giants, to have the team bought in and have fun, that's what you get when you have Jameis Winston on your team.
Yes.
You get a guy that keeps people engaged. Before the game, we're inside, but we're outside.
We're inside, but we're outside.
Amen. Jameis said it. And I think, this was a very entertaining game. I think the better team ended up winning.
How many teams would be better if Jameis Winston was their starting quarterback? I'm going to list them. I'm going to list the candidates. Okay. I'm not going to put in, obviously, ones that have obvious quarterbacks or guys that they drafted high that they're working on, whatever it may be. Dolphins?
Yes.
Jets?
Dude, Tyreek and Jameis? Yes.
Yes. Browns?
Jury's out on Shedeur.
Browns, yes. I'm going to say yes. Steelers?
Yes.
That's 4. Titans, well, Cam, no, we give Cam Ward a year or two. Raiders,
Yes.
that's 5. Let's see.
Cardinals.
Giants, we have 6.
Cardinals.
Vikings, definitely yes. 7. Cardinal, or no, wait, hold on. I'm going down. I'm just going in order. 7. Let's say Saints. We should probably give Tyler Shuck a little. So Cardinals, that would be 8. 8 teams. 8 teams would be better if Jameis Winston was their starting quarterback.
Falcons.
Well, yeah, I don't count it. Well, if you want to say instead of Michael Penix, yeah. So 9.
I think so.
Yeah. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's great.
And he takes shots. He actually half of the time when you have a backup quarterback come in, they just dink and dunk. He pushes the ball downfield. He's fearless. And he had the Lions in absolute hell. The Lions gave up 25 first downs. I know they're very injured and the Lions defense is like in a tough spot. They did get 2 big 4th down stops to end the game, and also when Mike Kafka went for it on 4th and goal on the 6-yard line with 2:59 left, up 27-24, which I know there's some people who probably don't like it. I love that move.
Oh, I like it too.
Yeah, but because yes, they could go up 6, but the Giants have nothing to play for. I think they got eliminated from. I think they're officially eliminated. I think they're the first team eliminated from the playoffs today. They have nothing to play for. You're 4th and 6. Go for it. Try to beat the Lions in Detroit. Yeah, it didn't work out, but I love the fact that like an interim head coach is saying, yeah, we can be honest with the situation here. It's bad. Might as well try to go win a game.
I don't really understand what winning this game. Like if you kicked that field goal and you would have gone up what? That would have been 6 or 7?
No, they would have gone up 6.
So they would have had to score a touchdown at that point to win. Let's just say they drive back and they score a touchdown, you lose. How dumb do you feel about kicking that field goal? You feel really dumb.
Right.
If they don't, you get a win that you're going to forget about in 3 weeks anyways.
Yeah, who cares?
You're going to be eliminated anyways. I don't hate it at all.
Now the Giants
Kafka said, we want to score as many points as possible. That's what you should be trying to do.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game.
He said it isn't the same old story as the other close games Giants lost this season. Now, it isn't, but it is. The Giants now have set an NFL record with their 5th loss in a game where they held a double-digit lead.
But this was also the first time they had a first quarter double-digit lead in 5 years.
Okay.
Since Joe Judge.
So you got to look at the good stuff.
Look at that. The start of the game was just as good as the end of the game was bad. So they're now 2-5 this year if they have a double-digit lead at any point in the game.
Here's someone who might not have liked it. I think this is Malik Neighbors' Twitter account. He's not verified. Is it YGuard13? Is that his actual Twitter?
That sounds like a receiver's.
And
screen.
he has 25,000. Where is it? YGuard13. Yeah. I think it is. So he said, sometimes I think they be making us lose on purpose because it's no way, bro, you throw the ball instead of running it to make them burn 2 timeouts, then you don't kick the field goal, then they have to go down and score. Football common sense. Am I missing something? He deleted that. So he might not have liked it. Now, the throwing the ball instead of running it and trying to run clock, that might be something that Mike Kafka can work on. But going for it on 4th and 6 when you have 2 wins and you're about to be eliminated from the playoffs, why not?
Yeah, he said, am I missing something? And I think he was missing something.
I think he's missing the fact that the Giants only have 2 wins.
Yeah, he's missing that part. But hopefully people educated him on that. Also, I like the fact that he's sitting at home watching the games like on the couch. Like getting into it and getting angry about it. I like that. Good for him.
And if you're a Giants fan, this was a perfect game in the fact that you don't want to win this game, right?
No.
But you did want to see a defense outside of tackling Jahmyr Gibbs. The pass rush was there. They were harassing Jared Goff, getting him off his spot all day long. So that part, maybe there's something good to look forward to. I guess if you're a Giants fan, nothing really matters if Jackson Dart isn't playing.
Well, yeah, and you want Shane Bowen to get fired, but you actually don't want him to get fired until after this year.
Wait, who?
Their defense coordinator.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You want that guy gone.
Yeah,
yeah. As long as
they're going to clean everyone out.
Yeah, just know that he won't be back next year. That should make you happy. You're not going to like it during the games when you're like, how does this guy still have a job? But just trust me, this is going to be good for you in the long term.
Yeah. I mean, this is a good loss for the Giants, even though they could have won it. And Jameis is electric.
Yeah, Jameis,
so much fun.
He was so fun. Also,
are you a little scared of Jameis next week?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you play Monday Night Football against Jameis.
Huge story coming out of this game today. They had their annual Corgi race at halftime.
Okay.
The Corgi race, and Grizzly, the Corgi, was going for 3 straight, make it a dynasty. Mm-hmm. It was a photo finish. If you look up the race, it's the closest race I've ever
I want to see
seen.
this corgi race.
They ended up giving it to Grizzly.
Max is smiling again. What's going on?
Look at how Zach spelled coordinator.
Okay, spell it out loud. Quardentator. Talk us through that, Zach.
Coordinator.
Phonetics.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
quadriceps.
Like how you hear it.
Yeah.
Coordinator. Quarter.
Quarter.
Coordinator.
Coordinator.
Coordinator. I'm the coordinator.
Wow.
We all miss sometimes.
Yeah, we all miss. There's no shame.
That's on me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, you made Max smile.
You did.
For the first
That
time
was-
since the Eagles-Cowboys game.
It's scary. Max hates dogs. He doesn't want us talking about the corgis.
Can we see it? Can we see the corgis?
Yeah, watch the photo finish of this because Grizzly was going for 3 straight, would have been a record, and then
That's not the corgi
There was a
race.
photo finish.
I love corgi races.
It's a 40-yard dash for these corgis, and I hand timed it at about like 4.5 seconds. So this is like NFL speed here.
Could you get us a better angle, Zach? You have us where the snipers sit. Oh, still not a great angle. Either way, I'm pumped for what was his name?
Grizzly.
Grizzly.
They said you don't walk Grizzly. Grizzly walk.
Oh,
you.
there we go.
So Grizzly was on the inside track here, and they did a pause on the jumbotron to show that Grizzly crossed the line by a nose.
Is
now,
Grizzly the darker dog?
The darker dog is Grizzly. But when you watch it on the extreme close-up angle that they have, it looks to me like Helen crossed the goal line barely before Grizzly, but then Grizzly crossed into the blue of the end zone from the goal line barely before Helen. So we have it's
Oh,
somewhat
here
of
we
a
go. Here's
controversy.
the
Yeah, look at
we
the right
really need
picture
this.
there.
Should have been a halftime for Thanksgiving show.
I agree.
Like, who's doing the halftime show this Thanksgiving? I would rather watch Corgi's race. I'd rather have all types of weight
Is it Daddy
classes.
Yankee?
Oh man, is
See,
that close?
Look at that. So to me,
Yeah, no.
Helen crosses the white stripe first.
How do they call? Are they calling it the white stripe? 'Cause
No,
that's-
they called it the blue line, and then Grizzly
Ah.
won. They gave Grizzly. This is the Chiefs. It's basically Patrick Mahomes gets what he wants.
yeah, because Helen definitely beat him to the goal line.
Beat him to the goal line, right? And then as they inch forward, that's where Grizzly separates himself.
That's electric. I love it.
Pretty
I need more
incredible
corgi racing. Just something, little food for thought. Maybe we'd play a little Whose Line Is It Anyway? Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yep.
The Packers and the Lions are playing at noon on Thanksgiving. I'm going to guess.
Where?
Well,
Lions?
It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You got that.
yeah.
You had that as you were saying it. Lions minus 2.5.
I think it's Lions. 3.
It is the
3.
-3.
Oh no,
plus
but that's
100.
plus 100, so that's 2.5. What I brought it up because the Lions had 77 snaps on defense today. It's a lot of snaps. They played overtime. The Packers didn't even have to play the fourth quarter because of 9. Just something to think. Just something to think about. That feels like a quick turnaround. I know they play Thursday night football every single week, but it's Thursday afternoon football, and I think those hours matter.
I love it when the Thanksgiving games mean something.
Yeah.
I really do.
I mean, Cowboys Chiefs means a
lot.
shitload.
Yep.
Ravens Bengals
It means a lot,
means
for,
a
the
lot
Ravens.
for the Ravens.
Yeah.
There's going to be some good football, or at least some consequential football on Thanksgiving. Wait, is Texas and Texas A&M playing Thursday night too? Remember they used to play
Yeah.
Thursday nights.
I think
of
they might-
Thanksgiving because then
Either Thursday or Friday.
that would be perfect because then we could just if the Bengals Ravens they are
Friday.
They're not playing Thursday night. That sucks. That would have been sick. That would have been a lot of fun.
It is good though to have consequential games on
Navy's
on,
playing
on
Memphis.
Thanksgiving. It gives you a big reason if you need to duck away from the family. Be like, yeah, this game's actually really important. I have to watch it.
Yeah, there'll be a college basketball tournament going on too. I'm sure. In on all of it. So, Jahmyr Gibbs. The last thing I have on him, he is. That was his 44th touchdown in the NFL. That is second all time fastest amount. 44 touchdowns, second all time total of touchdowns before turning the age of 24. The person who has the most is Barry Sanders at 47. So he should break it. His birthday's not till March. Pretty crazy that they're going to have those two guys at the top, the Lions.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you think that some coaches, when they coach against Dan Campbell, are more likely to be aggressive on fourth down?
Yes.
Because they secretly want to impress him.
Yeah, just want to be like, look, I know what I'm doing
Like,
too, bro.
I'm doing it too.
I'm
doing
part
it
of
too,
the
man.
club.
Hey, do you like me, Dan?
Yeah.
We should chill. Get a beer sometime, buddy.
Yeah, I know ball. You know ball. We're just ball knowers.
Yeah.
2 guys hanging out.
2 alpha males competing against each other.
Coaching football.
Look at that.
Who could have thought? The 2 of us. Okay, next game. The Bears 31, the Steelers 28. The Chicago Bears are 8-3. People are mad about the 8-3 Chicago Bears. Talk to your family about the 8-3 Chicago Bears. This was not the so it started with Aaron Rodgers flipping off cameramen who are hardworking cameramen. Shout out to camera people at Soldier Field.
But that was with his right middle finger.
It was
correct?
his right middle finger, so people were like, well, it's inconclusive if he's playing. Was that not the most Aaron Rodgers shit ever? The guy broke his wrist like 6 days ago, and we did an entire week of will he or will he not play. He has a fucking broken hand.
Now, was he flipping off the camera or was he flipping off the cameraman?
I don't know. But either way, disgusting, jail. But that is the most Aaron Rodgers thing possible to be like, let's do headlines an entire week of my broken wrist. Like, are we going to do this every week? Because I assume if you have a broken wrist, you're just not going to play quarterback.
Well, there's a very funny update to the broken wrist that came out on Saturday. And
of course.
I think it was Schefter saying it's unclear whether or not he's going to play, but just know that if it was up to Aaron Rodgers, he would try to play through it. That to me, it felt like Aaron found out from the coaches, like, hey, you're not playing. And he was like, yeah, you're right, I'm not, but I just want to I'm going to let Adam Schefter know
and
that I would rather play.
And I think Mike Tomlin even said something like, we tried everything we could. He really wanted to play. Just so extra. Either way, this game, so Mason Rudolph played. Obviously playing a backup quarterback is beneficial. There's a list that's going around. Can you find it for me of the last 6? I know memes, you've seen this list. You love this list. The last 6 games the quarterbacks the Bears have faced, because I think it's like Snoop Huntley. Let's see. We'll find it. Either way, the Bears also were down pretty much everyone on defense. We had all 3 of our starting linebackers out. We then lost 2 linebackers in the game. We've had the same. I don't really count. Like, you can't count Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon because they haven't played all season. But you know what I mean? The Bears the defense is tough. So we played Mason Rudolph, J.J. McCarthy, Jackson Dart, Joe Flacco, Tyler Huntley, Spencer Rattler. Don't really care because that right there was 5-1. Either way, the Bears defense was very hurt. Mason Rudolph, not as good as Aaron Rodgers. Caleb Williams played well, except for the fumble was bad. Very bad. Have to know. That was also TJ Watt's 115th sack. He passed JJ Watt. JJ Watt was on the call. That
Passing
was cool.
of the torch moment.
Passing of the torch.
I'm looking at that list of quarterbacks. I see a ton of 5-star college recruits.
Yeah, first-round picks.
Yeah, for some first-round picks, but more like even earlier than that, like some ultimate 5-star top 5 guys in the country when they're coming out of high school.
Yeah. I mean, listen, the Bears are 8-3. It's fun. I'm having fun. This game was the defense did their best to hold it. Nashawn Wright just picks off a ball every single week, it feels like.
That's a pretty incredible pick that he had. Just stuck his left arm up, stuck to his wrist, got 2 feet down. That was pretty cool to see.
And the Steelers were able to move the ball. Like, Mason Rudolph had a 95-yard touchdown drive. You could tell there was moments where it's like, oh, there's no one in the second level to tackle here because every run's 5 yards. I do think that fake tush push, while an incredible play, was illegal because CBS just did a terrible job and just didn't have the game on.
How can you
until
miss
he was
plays
running
in a
down
game?
the sideline.
I feel like this happens a lot in like low-level Division II college basketball.
Yeah.
But I never see it in the NFL. In the NFL, punishable by death.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
It was bad. I thought that they kind of messed up actually having Mason Rudolph run a QB sneak for 0 yards. Mason Rudolph should not be trying.
They were setting it up.
Trying to impose
They were setting
his
up the
will
fake tush push
physically, and then Tomlin's explanation behind it was, "I do it again because hesitation kills more than aggression." You don't have to hesitate. You can you can make the correct decision immediately instead of overthinking whether or not to run Mason Rudolph. Yeah, the Bears are good. The Bears are a good team. I don't think that there's anybody out there being like Bears Super Bowl. So anyone that's calling the Bears a fraud, I would disagree with that. Same, I would disagree with the Colts assessment. I think the Bears are they're a good football team.
Listen,
And people need to recognize that.
There are some years where the bounces go your way. That is what it feels like right now for the Bears. So it's like strap in, enjoy the fuck out of this ride. 8-3 is awesome. It would be, I'm now at the point where I will be very disappointed if the Bears don't make the playoffs. Because if you're 8-3 and you don't make the playoffs, that's really, really
That's
bad.
a scary zone to be in.
That's a scary zone to be in. I have to be honest with it. Like 8-3, you gotta find a way to get to the playoffs.
You're out in deep water right now, and there's a chance that you can make a swim for that island.
Yep.
But if you don't now, it's like there's more at stake than when you were just splashed around the kiddie pool.
I think it's just also it's a combination of the Bears always are being bad a lot of the times, and then kind of not wanting to believe that it could be real. And there's very real parts of it. One, Ben Johnson is very, very real. Caleb Williams has taken steps forward this year versus last year. You can see him in an offense that has a little continuity and a good coach. He had 3 touchdowns today. He missed a couple guys. Like, it wasn't a perfect game, and DJ Moore was awesome. And it was also a day where the run game was not what it has been recently. And then Dennis Allen's a hell of a defensive coach because this team has so many starters out, and he's finding a way to make it work. Montez Sweat came up big. Brisker with the deflection at the end of the game was huge. And shout out Ryan Poles because his his left tackle pick from this past year, Ozzie Trapillo, came in, gave up 1 pressure. That was a point of weakness. We lost Theo Benedict, so we're on our third left tackle. Ozzie Trapillo looked pretty good.
We got to find out
one test. He was going up against. I think he was going up against Nick Herbert.
We got to find out what happened after that Lions game. What happened after week 2?
The gateway.
I need some.
Gateway open.
I need some boots on the ground inside Hallis Hall to tell me all the weird new shit that Ben Johnson did. Any players only meetings that were had after that game because the Bears have been a different team.
I just think he's a really good coach, and he gets guys to believe. And even if they're not a top echelon team right now, which I'm not going to say they are, he gets guys to believe that every single week they can go into a game and he's going to put them in a place to win the game.
What echelon are they?
They are, I don't know, whatever the second tier is. I think they're a second tier. But I'm enjoying the fuck out of it, and I don't. Like, it would be crazy for me to say I think the Bears can win 4 playoff games and win a Super Bowl when we're winning games by the thinnest of margins. Mm-hmm. But I also think the Bears can compete with anyone at this point, and they've got a belief that they are not going to blink when those tough moments come. Max, did you ever think when the schedule came out that Black Friday after Thanksgiving would be 8-3 Bears versus 8-3 Eagles?
No, it's a big game. It's a big
huge game.
Are
you now looking at the schedule or our record?
We got to worry about ourselves right now.
Okay.
See, Big Cat, this is bad for you that the Eagles lost today.
Oh, so bad.
Bad. You were rooting,
and the Bears are off a win?
You had to be rooting so hard for the Eagles.
I was asked on my fantasy corner this morning if I remain a 6 out of 10, and I was like, to be honest, I've been walking around it at like a 9.5 on the street, just like fist random. I went and did something with the Lost Boys on Saturday. There was a brunch in the West Loop. I was just fist bumping people coming in and out of the bar, just being like, Bears, let's get to 8-3. It was a 9.5 easily.
Yeah, I mean, this
easily.
This is a very exciting time for Bears fans.
It's crazy.
And the Bears, they're probably going to make the playoffs. I would be shocked.
They better.
I'd be surprised if they didn't make the playoffs.
I'd be very upset if they didn't.
And then it's all about who you get to play in the first round. The Bears could win a playoff game this year.
I'm excited to see how we play against the Eagles because this is going to be a huge game, and the Eagles are obviously, even though they just lost to the Cowboys, the Eagles' defense is still elite. So how does our offense look against an elite defense versus some of the defenses that we've been playing that have not been elite?
I mean, there's also
huge test on Black Friday.
You guys,
I'm excited for the opportunity.
You should want to win the division too. The division is definitely
hell yeah.
It's definitely yours. If you want it.
No,
if you want it. Do you want it?
The season comes down to those. We have 2 games against the Packers and a game against the Lions. It still is probably everything's gonna boil down to the Niners game is gonna be the biggest swing game possible. But yeah, I want the fucking division. I did there was one Packers fan who's talk to me tomorrow when it was. This morning, he was like, we'll wait 5 hours to see the Bears not in first anymore. Guess what? Another week, we're still in first. Happened. What are you going to do about it?
Nothing.
Can't do anything about it right now. Talk to your people about the 8-3 Chicago Bears.
You know what? There might be a moment on Thursday if the Packers win. They would momentarily overtake the Bears.
They would.
They would have 24 hours, and then the Bears have 24 hours to respond to take the division back.
Yeah, and we're never going to give it back.
Just don't give it back. Just don't give it back. Who said that?
Who said that? Ryan Poles.
We're going to take the division.
They said we're going to take the North and not give it back.
Then just don't give it back. It's 9/10 of the law.
How do we still do press conferences like that? And I'm not even just talking about Ryan Poles, because I think Ryan Poles, this offensive line has been worlds better, and he's done a lot of nice things. Like Nahshon Wright is a guy who's stepped up, and wouldn't have started this year if we were healthy. But you just got to know when you're doing a press conference to just not say shit like that can be thrown back in your face.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
I have a question for you, Big Cat.
Yeah.
Is Caleb Williams nicknamed the Iceman?
So there was a kid who had the Iceman.
The Iceman.
The Iceman. Maybe it is, because I saw someone else write it. I feel like there's other Iceman.
There's a lot of other Icemen.
Right.
Yeah.
So and also
Pritzker's not going to like that.
Caleb Williams, like Caleb is a name that is not what?
That's funny.
Yeah, the Iceman. Pritzker. Well, he's
gonna break out the salt trucks.
Yeah, he's gonna blow the horn. His name's Caleb.
Yeah.
I feel like when you have a unique name like that, you don't really need a nickname.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to just put a nickname on a guy that doesn't have a ready-made nickname. You just call him by his number.
I kind of like the Iceman though. Probably.
K-Will?
No, or C-Dub.
C-Dub?
Yeah, watch him on the C-Dub.
C? What about just C?
C-Dub 18. Yeah, not everyone needs a nickname. He could just be Caleb Williams.
He just could be. It's like when Shea tried to call Jane Daniels the Warthog last year.
Yeah, even some of these guys, like, remember how like Peyton Manning wanted to be called the Sheriff?
The Sheriff.
That was so weird. It's like, dude,
Gruden made that.
Oh yeah, Gruden made that up.
Yeah.
But I mean, his name's
this guy the Sheriff.
His name's Peyton Manning. It is what it is.
The problem with Gruden is he's a serial nickname guy. He
Yeah.
just gives out nicknames to everybody that he meets.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like quarterbacks is the least nicknamed position in sports.
Jake the Snake.
There's just not a lot of them.
Drake May.
I hate that nickname. I hate it.
Schedule.
Yeah, the schedule. That's his nickname.
What?
Mr. 294.
Jalen Hurts doesn't have a nickname, does he? Fred Smoot calls Jaden Daniels Jedi 5.
Jedi 5?
Yeah, he calls him Jedi
RG3.
5. RG3, but that's
his initials, kind
yeah,
of.
that's his initials.
But I mean, that's
But I'm just thinking,
Yeah.
I never really thought about it, but
RG3 is actually Rex Grossman III. That's what we say.
but there's not a lot of nicknames out there for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Matty Ice.
Matty Ice. Yeah, good call.
Okay.
Cam Superman.
Broadway Joe Namath.
Broadway
Joe.
Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah.
Teddy Two Gloves.
Teddy Two Gloves.
Yeah, it's really about if you're
Just say their name.
yeah, just say their name.
Yeah.
A great wide receiver or a great defensive player would
Right.
probably be more likely to have it.
Right. Or a basketball player. There's just, you just say their name when they're a quarterback.
Yep.
Okay.
But the Iceman.
The Iceman.
You could probably make some sick shirts with the Iceman on it.
Yeah. The Iceman. The Iceman cometh. He led a touchdown drive in every single quarter. It was, and I will say this: I've been saying that the biggest issue for the Bears offensively right now has been just too many times having nice drives that end in 3 points. They were 3 for 3 in the red zone with touchdowns, and I still think there's a game coming where everything just really like explodes and everything clicks. And Colson Loveland, I fucking love that guy. He just every time he catches the ball, he wants to get more yards.
You know who's cheering the boys on? Like maybe one of the emotional leaders of the team, or at least he thinks he might be, is Cairo.
Yeah, Cairo has some swag.
Cairo's just been letting it rip.
Yeah.
Cairo's been cheering.
Well,
the
every
boys
game
on.
has basically come down to Cairo.
Yeah.
So he's a very important piece.
Is Cairo, like, if Cairo's having a bad year, what would your record be at this point?
Ooh, definitely a couple more losses.
Yeah, Ben Johnson, whatever he's done with Cairo, great job.
He believed in Cairo because I have not always been a believer in Cairo.
And Jake Moody was nipping at his heels for a little bit. He says, I'm going back to Cairo.
Yep. Jake Moody's now your guy.
He is my guy.
Yeah.
But I hope he starts to stink again for us.
Real quick about the Steelers. I feel like Steelers fans are as down as possible just because, not because the Bears beat them, but because the Ravens won as well. And in a matter of 6 weeks, the Ravens are now top the AFC North again.
Yeah. It was mostly because everybody told them that was going to happen.
And then it happened. In record time.
Exactly according to plan.
Right.
And so now they're feeling bad about everything right now.
And I don't really know what the fix would be because, again, I don't know how Rodgers, like, if he didn't play today, he's not going to play, right? Until his wrist is fixed.
Yeah, how much better is it going to get in week 2 of
it's
a broken
still
wrist?
going to be broken. That was the
wrist,
whole point of this whole, like, song and dance. Like, you have a broken wrist. It is what it is.
Drink your milk, Aaron.
Yeah, it's not good for the Steelers right now, it feels like. I think Jerry, he got up for this game. He waited in the parking lot for an hour for me this morning. because I pulled in and his car is so tinted I didn't even know if he was in it. But then he pulled down the window. He was like, "What's up, bitch?" He said he would wait. He was waiting for an hour.
Did he videotape it?
No. Just little guys.
Was he in his parking spot?
Yeah, he was in his parking spot.
Okay, the one that's got the blue decal with the person in the chair on it.
Yep, in the wheelchair. Yeah, that parking spot.
Mike Tomlin said, "Injuries test you; they don't define you."
Oh, okay.
He's not allowing his team to be defined by the injuries that they have, which, I mean, yeah, that's fair because I think we defined this team before the injuries happened, and then they kind of lived up to that. I still think that if Aaron Rodgers, if he comes back, they can make the playoffs.
It's getting crowded in the AFC.
It is.
It's getting very crowded. By the way, I'll throw out one negative thing for the Bears haters. They can throw out. I've seen it tweeted at me. The Bears are the third team in NFL history to have 8+ wins and a negative point differential through 11 games of a season. I get it.
But that's
I
only.
haven't done anything convincing, but we've done it.
It's just -3.
Yeah,
it's barely negative.
Yeah, that Lions game really hurt in week 2.
Yeah, I mean, if you take
that one's carrying a lot.
If you exclude weeks 1 and week 2. If you say since week 3.
Well, no, weeks 1 was we only lost by 3.
Yeah, but if you just take out weeks 1 and 2, then you guys are sitting pretty.
Dominant team.
Dominant
one
people.
loss. Dominant team. Okay, next up, let's stick in the division. Packers 23, Vikings 6. 9.
Do we have a 9 problem?
I think we have a significant 9 problem.
I think that people just don't believe hard enough in 9.
J.J. McCarthy, so he had 4 net yards in the second half. He had 2 picks. He had 5 sacks. And then there was the insult graphic that was actually kind of mean-spirited that they put up there that said stats, completion percentage, TD to interception, passer rating, and every single one for the quarterbacks was last.
They shouldn't say.
Oh, that's a good meme by the PMT stats. The guy sitting on the good side of the bus.
Yeah.
Big Cat Bears 8-3, Max 8-3 on the sad side. Does feel like that right now.
I think
I'm as excited as possible. Max is not happy.
It's a wonderful feeling. Yeah. Just look at the numbers. Be happy with the numbers next to your name, Max. That's a good. Those are good numbers.
I'm pumped to be 8-3, Max. You pumped to be 8-3?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Packers 23, Vikings 6.
Max is usually our biggest 8 guy.
I'm fucking pumped.
JJ McCarthy's Max.
JJ McCarthy's bad.
9 is good. JJ's bad. We didn't see 9 today. We saw JJ. It would help if they caught some of his passes too. I know he had like at least one drop. That would have been good for another 12 yards on his total net yardage. But yeah, he was very bad today.
It's never good too when the broadcast is doing the mechanics zoom-ins. They had his feet, the mechanics, all types of graphics going on where his feet were ending up. His throws, the one he sailed for an interception, and the other one where he did get his arm grabbed. Oh, Devontae Adams scored another 1-yard touchdown. That's all he does. He's a beast at that. J.J. McCarthy looks like he is in very deep water.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say. Now, the Packers defense is nasty. The Packers defense has been playing lights out. They've been keeping them in every single game. That's never been the problem. Micah Parsons was a beast today. But J.J. McCarthy looks like he's in trouble.
Very much. I want to believe in 9. I think it's funny to have a quarterback that gives himself an alter ego name that steps into character and just like wills his way to victory in games that he should absolutely lose. I think that's good for the NFL ecosystem to have a guy that actually sucks but somehow wins games. He's just not doing enough to win games that he sucks in. He's got the sucking part down. We just got to figure out the very end of game situations for him, and it's not happening. And on that list, that graphic that they put on the screen, you don't have to say last. You can say 32nd. You can do numbers, but when you say last, it really twists the knife a little bit.
Last hurts.
It's hard to ignore. If you say if it's 32nd, then people can look at it and be like, well, maybe there's a bunch of starting quarterbacks that are behind him, and this includes just backup quarterbacks that got in. So maybe it's really 32nd out of 50 quarterbacks, and you don't have to put last. That felt personal to Vikings fans, and Vikings fans, you got to support your guy. Packers fans, you've been lucky enough to have Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, Brett Favre. They had their down moments too. What if all their down moments came in like the first 7 games that they played for you? That might be what's happening with 9 right now. You're being tested.
Can I give you a blind resume?
Will you pass the test, Vikings fans?
Can I give you a blind resume?
Okay.
I'm actually fine. Vikings fans, if you're like I don't want to take this test anymore, I wouldn't disagree with you. Because here's the thing. JJ McCarthy, and there will be pushback that why do other quarterbacks get more leeway in the NFL, like young quarterbacks? The problem with JJ McCarthy is it is his second year, so he was able to be in an NFL, locker room for a year. I'm not saying that, he obviously couldn't play, but going into his career in the NFL, the question was, what does it look like when he's not on a dominant defensive team that can run the ball? When he's asked to do more? It wasn't winning Heisman trophies or winning playoff, putting up gaudy numbers. That was a legitimate question. So obviously, people are going to freak out after 6 games, which is fair. It's fair to freak out.
I just give him some more time.
Do you want the blind resume or no?
Yeah.
Feels like you don't because you want to give him time.
No, I do.
Okay. First 6 career games. Quarterback A, 929 yards, 6 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Okay.
Sacked 20 times. Passer rating 57.9. Quarterback 2, 1,051 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Sacked 16 times. Passer rating is 76.9.
What are the 2 sack numbers there?
Sacked. Quarterback A was 20 times. Quarterback B was 16 times.
Okay, that's a lot of sacks. Which one is I think the first one's JJ.
It is.
And the second one is a guy who might be thought of as being a bad quarterback.
He is.
Okay. Johnny Manziel.
Worse.
Zach Wilson.
Worse than Zach Wilson.
Jamarcus Russell.
Oh. That's about as
This was sent to me by a Vikings fan who I will have remain not anonymous because I do not want to get him in trouble, but a Vikings fan sent me that.
I think Jamarcus Russell.
That was a Vikings fan sent me that.
He needed a little bit more time.
I think we need a Josh Allen, JJ McCarthy blind resume.
Okay.
Start.
I have seen a lot of Vikings fans do that, being like, "Why aren't you talking about him like you talked about Josh Allen's rookie year?" There is that narrative out there.
Yep.
This might be a young Josh.
Okay. All right. I'm not trying to shit on. Obviously, he plays for a divisional foe, so I'm not rooting for him. But I don't want him to have a bad time.
But I mean, listen, JJ.
I want him to not be good, but I don't want him to have a bad time. If that makes sense.
JJ is Mr. Fourth Quarter, kind of, in at least like 2 games this season. Maybe he's just waiting to play good football until the game's actually like his back's against the wall. When he feels like they're losing in the fourth quarter of the season, and then it's 9 time.
And then it's 9 time.
Then the face paint gets even darker. The steps get faster. The heart beats harder. He's probably at that point right now. 4-7.
I'm looking at.
I got a blind resume going into today of JJ and Josh Allen.
Okay, give it to us.
It's on the screen.
Oh.
First 5 career starts.
Okay, they're not too dissimilar.
There's a lot.
Unfortunately, the 8 interceptions is now 10 interceptions.
And Josh Allen was better as a rusher. He had 3 touchdowns rushing, so he had 5 total touchdowns. I guess, yeah.
It's not crazy.
Yeah.
But the difference is also that JJ is on a team that was very good last year.
And Josh Allen has a rocket arm.
Looks good in shorts.
Looks great in shorts. But the Texans did fuck him up. We're going to talk about that later. I swear to God, Texans fans. The Packers, though, let's just at least say that J.J. McCarthy was bad. The Packers' defense is really fucking good. Again. So that was a tough task for him.
Yeah, they banged him up.
Also, shout out to Emmanuel Wilson because Josh Jacobs was out. Emmanuel Wilson, undrafted free agent. He played at a very small college. I think he was in the league on a practice squad like last year or the year before. He had 170 yards for the Packers on the ground today. 100 yards of those came after contact. Mm-hmm. Also, the first Packer running back to have a 100-yard game since Josh Jacobs in Week 12, 2024. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and the Packers offense, when they're running the ball like twice as much as they're passing it, is actually a lot better. It's not necessarily against Love, But it makes everything easier if you can run the football.
Yeah.
So that's the formula for the Packers.
I've seen some Jerry Jones has won the Micah Parsons trade discourse.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Because Micah Parsons has been pretty damn good. He's through 11 games with the Packers. He has 10 sacks, 20 QB hits, 60 pressures, leads the NFL.
I think it's because when Micah Parsons was traded, for some reason, everybody around the league thought that the Cowboys were going to finish like with the number 1 overall draft pick at the end of this year. Like, they would be that bad. And people thought that the Packers were going to win every single game and win a Super Bowl. And then the Packers have lost a couple games
Yes.
to some inferior opponents. They've tied against the Cowboys. That's where it goes down to. It's like, if the Cowboys lost that trade in the moment to the Packers.
Yep.
But then they tied the Packers
Yep.
head to head.
Yep.
Therefore, the Cowboys actually won that trade.
Okay, that makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
The tie won them the trade.
Yeah, it didn't make them losing the trade didn't make them as bad as people thought it was going to make them. Therefore, they kind of won the trade.
Yeah.
It's all about
I
expectations.
think that
Yeah.
logic makes sense.
I think the Packers fans are also one of the doom and gloom maxes on the dark side of the bus
Yeah.
that are upset with their 7-3-1 record right
Yeah,
now.
nitpicking. I mean, Jordan Love didn't even have to play this whole game.
No, he
Came out. Malik Willis played then because the game was. They were like, "There's no way 9 is scoring on us."
Yeah, this is the formula. You throw the ball 21 times, you run it 42 times. Exactly twice as much.
What? Let's go around the room. Is who's still believing in JJ McCarthy? Max and PFT.
I am.
Okay. Hey, it costs nothing to believe in a guy.
I can. Yeah, no, I can.
I mean, what's anyone going to say? Oh, you were wrong.
You know, like money. It can
Oh
cost
yeah,
you
that
money.
yeah. No, that will definitely cost
To believe
you
in a guy.
something if you still believe in him. That
Listen,
way.
I just want JJ to be good. I think that the league's a better place when you have guys that suck that end up winning football games. Not that I'm saying that JJ sucks.
Sounds like he sucks.
I think
he sucks.
I think he's
that was confusing.
he's a great personality to have in the league.
Sounds like you want to laugh at him.
He's got a great personality.
So you're believing in him for a bit, not because of
Yeah, you're not
skill.
actually believing.
no,
in
like
him.
There's nothing he's shown you on the field
And-
that's
and
made
you're
you believe.
believing in him because you're
Mr.
friends
Fourth
with
Quarter.
Greer.
Mr. Fourth Quarter.
So
Greer,
no
Greer
one's
is just giving me ammo of what I should be saying.
so
here.
no one's believing in him here.
Mr. Fourth Quarter.
Greer is a coworker of ours who really likes JJ McCarthy.
I don't even think.
but I
there's-
believe in him.
I think most Vikings fans are probably having a little bit of a crisis.
He beat the Lions. Mr. Fourth Quarter.
He did beat the Lions.
He beat the Bears.
He beat the Bears.
Beat the Bears.
He almost beat the Bears
absolutely
twice.
Beat the Bears.
He actually beat the Bears last week, but then his special teams let him down.
Well, he also threw a couple picks.
But I'm saying, like, at the end of the game,
He had the
Yeah.
game-winning
He had the- yeah,
drive.
he led.
True.
He did
have
the-
a
he did
game-winning
the
drive.
drive.
he gave his special teams a lead at the end of the
He
game.
had a game-winning drive.
Now, this next week is going to be awesome because they're going to Seattle, and Sam Darnold gets to play against the Vikings, who didn't want him, ran him out of town last year. This is Nine's opportunity to step up.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Do you believe, Hank?
Fuck no.
There you go, Hank. I don't even think it's a point too where you can hurt Vikings fans' feelings. I think there's a lot of them. They're like, I don't believe. It's been bad. And again, it's the context of it. It's not he was awesome in college. This incredible skills and everything, and
So team didn't believe. They were lying about his injury, so he didn't have to play.
the soft benching.
And the Schefter fake reporting.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they had, like, soft trades in the offseason, too. Their soft
Oh yeah, they did do some soft trade.
their soft pursuit of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
last
why
year.
am I supposed to believe in him if Kevin O'Connell doesn't?
Everything around him has been soft.
It's been weird.
It's been weird. He's at a very strange last year of his career.
It's been very
I
weird. I
can't-
forgot about the soft trades.
Yeah, they were bringing guys in, moving them out.
Okay.
Florio told me I was an idiot for thinking that there's anything weird going on with the quarterback situation,
Feels like there's some weird stuff.
but Florio's too close to it. Florio's probably one of those. He probably hates Nine, and he's a Vikings fan.
How much do you think JJ McCarthy wishes he didn't say the 9 part?
Probably a lot now.
A
Yeah,
lot.
probably a lot.
It's just so memeable.
9.
It's just it's so bad. I do think the Packers are going to beat the Lions next week because this is why I'm scared of the Packers is because of their defense, and Jordan Love will figure it out where he just floats backwards and completes all his passes.
And if they get a home playoff game, forget it.
No one's going into Lambeau.
No,
No.
can't be done.
Okay, before we get to the other 3 games in the morning, DraftKings is beginning to look a lot like holidays on the house at DraftKings Casino. Celebrate the season with bright lights and big wins on all your favorite casino games. Spin more than 1,000 slots, everything from the classics to exclusive new releases. New players get 500 spins over 10 days on your choice of cash eruption slots. Download the app and sign up with code TAKE. Then choose from 10 different cash eruption slots and let it spin in partnership with DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. We're also brought to you by our friends at Aura Frames. Aura Frames keeps families connected even when they're miles apart. That's why it's a favorite gift to give. I gave my mom an Aura Frame. She uses it to look at her grandkids. It's great. With Aura Frames, you get unlimited free photos and video. Just download the Aura app and connect to Wi-Fi. Preload photos before it ships. Keep adding from anywhere, anytime. Share photos and videos effortlessly, straight from your phone all year long. You can't wrap togetherness, but you can frame it. For a limited time, visit auraframes.com and get $45 off. Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter by using promo code PMT at checkout. That's Aura, A-U-R-A, frames.com, promo code PMT. This exclusive Black Friday Cyber Monday deal is their best of the year. So order now before it ends. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Use that code PMT and give a great gift this holiday season.
I got one for my mom last year. It's great.
Yeah.
She actually really loves it. It's like her favorite gift that she has. Also, if you're not getting it for your mom, you can also get it for a friend and have it in their living room and then upload whatever pictures you want on it.
I like that.
That will then automatically display inside their living room.
Mm-hmm.
Might be fun for some people out there.
Yes. Okay. Patriots 26, Bengals 20. Henry,
Yes.
how you feeling?
I feel good. We're 10-2, #1 seed, best team on the podcast. I feel great. Our injuries bad. Will Campbell
That
really
was bad. Did they have an update on him?
The update is not official. There's rumors and reports that aren't like 100% legit. I don't know if they are, that are saying it might be like 4 to 8 weeks.
Okay. That's
So
not good.
back for the playoffs.
There you
Yeah.
go. Back for the playoffs. That's
Back
when
for
you
the
need him.
playoffs.
I thought Drake May was excellent today. As I predicted, he had a career high in yards.
Did he
Yeah,
hit 300?
He did not hit 300.
294. Career
He
high.
did have like a
in yards
60-yard
today.
pass interference. That probably hurt a little bit, but it is what it is. Career highs are career high.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you can do is just keep improving.
Yep.
Room for improvement still. He looked good today, except for a couple times in the first half. He had a couple bad throws today. That
bad
pick six
throws.
was really bad.
Was pretty bad.
And then Flacco was like, I'll see your pick six. I'll throw an even worse one.
Flacco's pick 6.
I think the Drake May was not the problem for the Patriots today. And even to say that it's a problem, like you guys won 26-20. But the problem for the Patriots was the goal line offense.
Yeah.
That was bad. I think you had 12 plays at the goal line today.
So they had one sequence where they had 9 plays within the 11-yard line, 6 of those snaps from the 1-yard line. That was all in the same drive. They spent basically 5 minutes at the 1-yard line. And then they had another one where they did it again and decided to kick a field goal.
Yeah, so I think they ended up having 12 chances with goal to go, and they got a total of 3 points out of it. You got to straighten that out. Besides that, it's like they didn't play poorly at all.
Yeah, and that happened against the Bucs too, and they kind of got bailed out, like with the Stephon Diggs corner fade touchdown catch, but still not exactly a play you want to see on 4th and goal.
Yeah.
After same thing where they had 3 plays, basically from the 1, 2, 3 that they did not convert on.
Who is the?
But again, 10-2 with things to improve on, glass half full. That's a good thing.
And when's your bye week?
After we have Monday Night Football against Jameis, and then bye.
Who are you playing? Bishop Sycamore? Monday Night Football?
Jameis Winston, what do you guys think?
Oh,
about
the Giants.
him?
The Giants.
He's the best.
Yeah, he's the best. It's gonna be a great game.
Right. So it's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah.
I just heard you guys suck him off for a fucking hour.
Who's the Bengals' #1 receiver in this for the second half of this game?
It was T. Higgins, but then he got a concussion.
Oh, what about Yoshi?
What about him?
He also got hurt.
Oh.
Okay.
Mitchell Tinsley was the Bengals' top receiver in this game.
Okay.
At the end of this game.
Thanks, Max.
You mean their best receiver that was currently playing at the end of the game?
Hey,
What about
listen,
Jamar Chase? He's on the Bengals.
We were
right?
also
He was
we had like
suspended.
one
that's
offensive
crazy.
lineman
That's
playing.
crazy.
If we're gonna do the injuries game,
Yeah,
two of
listen,
our starters.
let's
got
do the
taken out.
injuries
We try to do the injury games against the Bears. Don't let them do it.
Yeah.
With the backup quarterbacks.
I mean, it had to be mentioned. It had.
to
It
be.
was mentioned.
It had to be mentioned that Mitchell Tinsley was their number one.
Former commander.
Was he really?
Yeah, I just looked him up because I want to see if if there's anything cool about him.
Not really.
He was a commander. His Wikipedia is a commander shirt.
Okay.
He was on the Commanders from. Oh, actually, no, he was on the practice squad
There we
for a year. So that's good.
Former commander.
Played at Penn State, Western Kentucky, Hutchinson Community College. Mitchell Tinsley.
Oh, so
Everyone knows.
So he's a Nittany Lion.
Yeah.
So Max, you should love this guy. Good player.
Yeah, good player. I just thought that he should get a shine.
It had to be mentioned.
He should get a shine.
I want to know what the fuck the Bengals are doing defensively. Because watching this game, it was like a carbon copy of watching that Steelers game where they just let dudes just run across the middle of the field. Like Hunter Henry. How many times was Hunter Henry wide open like 4 yards past the line of scrimmage with the linebacker like 12 yards away from him?
A lot.
And the Patriots did a great job of scheming stuff up against that defense. But Jesus Christ, if you're a Bengals fan, how do you do it?
And you know what's the craziest part is they're playing better.
Yeah.
They're playing better
They
defensively
are.
the last 2 weeks.
But still, it's got to be so frustrating. I guess your red zone defense today was good.
yeah.
Hank, was that more about red zone execution on offense or on good defense?
I'll have to look at the all-22. We'll go with the offense. So I think we got to pick it up.
Okay, pick it up.
Yeah.
So at best, the Bengals can finish 9-8 if they win out. That would be 3 straight years of 9-8. It does feel like that Super Bowl run was years ago, does it not?
Yeah.
They did, the year after the Super Bowl run was the year that they went 12-4 and then went and lost in the AFC Championship game to the Chiefs. They had those 2 years, and it feels like since then we're now on year 3 of not going to the playoffs and not winning football games. And Joe Burrow being out has a lot to do with it. But it's got to be frustrating as hell as a Bengals fan because you had Super Bowl, go to the AFC Championship game, give the Chiefs their absolute best shot, and then since then, nothing.
Mm-hmm. Patriots now 6-0 on the road this season.
That's good.
And what was the spread of this game?
7.5.
So did not cover.
Did not cover.
Okay.
What's that make them? 8-3.
7-4-1.
It's not bad.
No, that's still pretty good. I think that might be the best in the AFC,
Take it.
or at least right up there. Yeah, I wouldn't say that there's a whole lot to be upset about except for the goal line offense today. And I feel like maybe I don't know what Vrabel does to get that straightened out.
Well, I mean, the Bengals
We
did
got the
have
Giants
the
and we got
ball
a bye. It's like the bye week is a good time to really
reassess.
Yeah.
Zach Taylor said losing is the worst. Agreed. And then he said, why would you consider playing Joe Burrow? Which I think is a fair question. He said winning is important. We want to win. Joe Burrow gives us a great chance to win. Do you think they win the game with a healthy Joe Burrow today? Probably.
Yeah.
Healthy, yeah.
Yeah.
With Joe Burrow coming off of an injury, who knows?
Right. I'd agree with that. Just a
But
bummer.
the receivers, he had no one to throw to, so probably not.
Mitchell Tinsley.
Right?
Well, Mitchell Tinsley. Nittany Lion
No,
commander.
because
It doesn't matter how good the quarterback is. If you have no one to throw to, what are you supposed to do, man?
No, I think that if
I don't know what point you're trying to make.
if Joe Burrow,
I'm trying to follow up on your point from earlier. You put it in my head.
I know. I
He's
agree.
doing a follow-up point.
I
This is a
agree with
follow-up
you.
point right now.
I think
You
that
and I are on the same page here.
if Joe Burrow played last week, there's
Joe Burrow
no
doesn't
chance
matter. It
that
wouldn't have
Jamar
mattered.
Chase would have spat on Jalen Ramsey because Joe's a good leader.
Good leader.
Yeah.
Well, Jamar Chase got injured.
Wrong.
Oh, he
did
did
not.
that to himself.
Yeah. Hey,
Shit.
good one.
What does that have
He
to
got
do?
you.
What does that have to do with
He got
anything?
your ass.
What point is that?
I don't know,
What
but
is
he
the
got
point?
your
He
ass.
didn't play.
It felt like he
It just-
got.
the point was
in the
the
moment.
Patriots did not play
time
against
out.
Jamar
Can I take
Chase.
a time
There's
out?
no It
Can
does
I-
not matter
can I take a time out,
why
please?
he
But
did
that's
not
not like-
play.
Can I take a time
It
out,
does.
please?
Why? Why does that matter?
Max, I'd like a timeout. In the moment, the way Hank phrased that, it felt like a gotcha. Now that I'm out of the moment, I don't really understand the gotcha. But it did feel. Did you feel it in the room where he kind of goaded you into saying something and then he gotcha?
It made no sense.
Yeah, but it still felt like a gotcha.
I think you got.
I
think
think
your whole point made no sense.
I don't think Max got.
No, he did. He said he got suspended. That's what Hank was looking for.
Hank, you said
Hank
earlier
was trying to
that
say
you are
that
the
not all
best
the
team
guys
on
are
the
injured.
But why
on the
does that-
podcast right now.
It doesn't.
Why does that matter?
Again, I think it was a premature gotcha, but in the moment, it felt like one.
If you look at the records, we have the most wins on the podcast. We also have the least amount of losses on the podcast.
The least amount of which is
The
more
season is
important.
also not over.
I'm just saying.
Hank, does that follow-up question does having the most wins, does that make you the best team?
I would say yeah. Statistically, yes.
Well, you were just calling the Colts frauds.
Gotcha.
That's
Nice.
not gotcha.
Yeah, no. You were saying that they're completely fraudulent and disrespecting the Colts, even though they have a lot of wins and they were the 1 seed.
Yeah, but we have every chance we have to prove ourselves. We do. The Colts had a chance to prove themselves today. They did not.
Right, but the concept of total number of wins not equaling best team, you've set the precedent that that's not always the case. But now you want that to be the case when your Patriots have the most wins.
But we also have the least amount of losses.
Well, that was also true with the Colts.
No, they had the same amount as other teams, Patriots and
But when the Colts had
Broncos.
the 1 seed.
When they did, yeah.
So you were
and then
saying,
they'd
but
lost.
no, because you're saying that it's possible for a team with a lot of wins to be fraudulent. I'm asking you if that
No,
is
listen.
also.
If the Patriots play
Could
the
that be the
Eagles,
case
the
with
Eagles, the Eagles are a better team. Probably they have the winning experience. They just won the Super Bowl. I will give you that. But
So you're not the best team on the podcast.
well, statistically, we are.
No, you just said right now the Eagles are a better team.
But that's a hypothetical. I only look at numbers.
Okay.
You just said
So you-
350 times back.
But you also just said that the Eagles are better.
Hypothetically, yes. Statistically
all right.
speaking, and in real life, real world, we are the best currently.
Who would you say is better than? Because you are the 1 seed right now, right? Or no, it's the Broncos.
We are.
Yeah.
Right now.
So are there any teams in the AFC that are better?
We are.
I'm not going to do this game.
Okay.
Why not?
I guess we'll stop the game. It wasn't a game.
This is a sports
Because
podcast.
It's a fair question.
No,
Yes.
Answer your question, no. We're
yes.
going to beat every single
when we
team
talk
in
about the
AFC.
Bears, I say they're 8-3, and I'm so pumped. I'm like, but I also know, like, hey, there's shit that has gone our way that I can't
If
ignore
you want to
that.
be the best, I said this to PFT time and time again last year. You want to beat the best, you got to beat the best. I don't care who we're playing. I think we can beat them. AFC, NFC, don't matter.
How would you feel about this season if you ended up winning 12 games
Yep,
and then lose first round of the playoffs?
that would be a disappointment. Big disappointment.
Okay, you win one playoff game.
Depends how we lose.
Overtime.
To who?
You lose in overtime to the Buffalo Bills.
Disappointment, but that's good for the future.
You beat the Chiefs in round 1, you get blown out by the Jaguars round 2.
That's tough. That would never happen. I'd be happy with that though.
What if Doddington Bones just fucking dots your
Oh,
ass?
he dots the
You might
fuck
get
out of
dotted.
you.
You might be henna.
That would be
Hit-
Dot
disappointment.
you.
That would be
Henna
disappointment.
ease.
That'd be disappointing.
What if you lost? What if you
He's
went?
not playing this game, by the way.
What if you went to overtime and won against the Jaguars? Then you went to overtime and won against the Chargers, and then you lost by 50 points to Patrick Mahomes.
Good for the soul. Good season. Good for the soul. Good for the future.
Fulfilling
What if
season.
you beat the Chiefs?
Yeah, it's a fulfilling season
Yeah.
with also like a fire in your stomach and pit in the offseason that's going to propel you in the future.
What if you beat the
Wrigley's
Chiefs,
23.
beat the Ravens, beat the Chiefs, beat the Ravens, and then get absolutely smashed by the Colts, who you called frauds?
Same thing. Losing the AFC Championship would be a phenomenal. Again, not phenomenal. It would be.
No,
a,
you
it
said
would be
phenomenal.
wow.
You
It
said
would be
phenomenal.
a tolerable.
But then he remembered.
wow.
But then
It
he
would be a
remembered. Yeah.
Tolerable result.
Yeah, but then he remembered. Phenomenal. It would be phenomenal. You're just, Hank, nobody expected
Sounds
you to be here.
phenomenal.
You should just enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
The Patriots season and the Bears season, it's pretty similar right now. I think the Bears they've played a much harder schedule, but like overall, if you look at it, pretty much in the same spot. You should just enjoy being here.
And I am, and I continue to will.
You continue to will.
Yep.
Yeah, it's. I mean, listen. It's
Put that on
You shouldn't
12 card.
apologize for being 10-2.
No, you should not.
I have
You should
not.
not.
I know that's all.
Do not apologize.
I won't.
I just like that you're being realistic
Yeah.
about it.
That was the most realistic we got.
Yeah.
Talking about getting the AFC Championship game, saying that was a good season.
That's why we play these games. Hank.
Yeah, that was we played the game. That's
We're all in a better spot now than we were before this conversation.
correct.
Yeah.
That game was good.
Grounded you.
I guess.
Bengals are just sad. I don't know what else to say. They're the tough. They might go to bed early on Thursday night.
Well, it's probably going to be Joe. That's what's crazy. Is
Why?
all signs
Why
point
would
to
they
Joe
bring
Flacco
Joe
playing.
back?
They shouldn't. Joe wants to play. Zach Taylor wants to save his job. That's what Zach Taylor probably could have said to the media when they asked him about that.
Yeah.
Like, we play these to, we want to win football games. He gives us our best chance. He also gives you your best chance of not being fired.
Correct.
When Joe Burrow's playing.
Correct.
Burrow, if you're a Bengals fan, you should not want Joe Burrow to play this year. You should want to invest heavily in large men that shove people that play directly in front of Joe Burrow. Mm-hmm. And you should kind of move along to next year.
Zach, quick update. How's this game going for you?
Dumpster fire.
Okay. Yeah,
Game's
that was
over.
now 21-0.
They might put 36 on our head before half.
On your head.
On your head?
Yeah, on our head.
Teams can come back from down 21.
No.
What?
This game's
No.
over. In the first half?
I think this is exactly how
Home teams.
True.
I shouldn't have came in that negative. We still got time.
There you
That's
go.
on me.
Another white tight end scored. Higbee, I think, is out. So now it's
Just Parkinson.
they're just down to
No,
three.
they have another white tight end.
No, they have four. They have four guys. Four white tight ends that look the same. And all
Yeah, I bet one of them.
They all have numbers in the
Not
80s.
a fun game to play.
No, that's what I'm saying. You just got to bet all. You got to bet them all, and just hope they score multiple times.
I'm just thinking about 9 again, because the Rams have their own 9. Matt Stafford. It does seem to me like I need to start reminding people to keep the same energy when another quarterback throws an interception. Mm-hmm. I think it's now going to be like if 9 did this, the media wouldn't shut up about it, about every pick that's thrown.
Who would that?
Just anyone that throws an interception.
But guys who've been good in the league.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just like if you throw a pick.
Yeah.
If J.J. McCarthy did this, they'd be writing articles about
That's
it
fair.
already.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, Seahawks 30, Titans 24. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He's incredible. He is another one. So we said Jahmyr Gibbs is best tight. I need to stick with my takes because I said Jahmyr Gibbs is the best running back like a month ago, and then I got a little bit bullied. That's fine because I always forget people when I say that. I have been saying Jackson Smith-Njigba has been the best wide receiver this season for a month, and it is facts. He is incredible. 8 catches, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had 70% of their passing offense. He's awesome. He is on pace to break an NFL record of 2,029 yards. That's his on pace right now. He's got 13-13 on the season through 12 weeks. He's insane.
I need him to do it, and I need to do it in 16 games too.
Yeah, he's got 11 consecutive games with 75-plus yards.
It's pretty incredible. He's always open downfield, and the Seahawks offense is just designed to get the ball downfield. This is why I love the Seahawks. They're fun. Not only are they a great team defensively, but they have maybe the best receiver in the NFL. Sam Darnold's playing out of his mind. They got 2 running backs who I don't even know how to describe them. It's like sometimes one guy will be good.
You can't figure out who's going to be good or who's going to get goal line carries. Or
one of the 2 of them will have a good game, usually.
It is. I actually kind of appreciate that they are back to remember when running back by committee became a thing and it just pissed off everyone?
Oh, the Panthers?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Panthers.
And it made people so mad. Who's going to get the touches, all this stuff. It feels like we all kind of got accustomed to it. The Seahawks do it in a hilarious way that just fucks over anyone who is wagering or has fantasy football.
I think it's all about whoever has the first big play. That's the guy that's going to end up with 13 carries. And then the other guy is going to end up with 7 carries.
Yeah.
That's kind of how they split it out. They wait to see who has that first breakout moment. But when you really reach the level of like elite troll head coach is when you get that third guy in the mix. Mm-hmm. Like the Panthers had Tolbert.
Yep.
That would come
Vulture.
out. Yeah, and the other guys would have like 70 yards and 40 yards rushing. Tolbert would have like 3 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. That's when you reach that next nirvana level of troll.
So Cam Ward actually played pretty well in this game, given the fact that the Seahawks are really good defense. Seahawks actually, defensively, I was surprised that they weren't able in the fourth quarter, or it was a little bit of the third quarter as well. Cam Ward went on 2 touchdown drives. They covered the spread. They tried to stop him. They kept on getting in 4th and longs. Cam Ward kept on making crazy plays. Mm-hmm. If you're a Titans fan, this was a Cam Ward looked good, I'm happy day.
He had the one throw across his body that worked.
Yeah, where he's like falling out of bounds and threw it all the way.
He's done like 6 of those this season.
Yeah.
He is the league leader in throwing across his body in situations that you should not do it, but actually having it work out. And he does it almost every week. You want to talk about the Bengals wide receivers, Max. Keep that same energy for the Titans wide receivers. Mm-hmm. Here's a fun game. Can you name a Tennessee Titans wide receiver?
Well, I know Xavier Restrepo made his debut because of the Miami connection.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley's hurt.
Yes.
You got
Traylon Burke's not on the team anymore.
Correct.
I have nothing.
Memes, do you have anyone?
Is Aomeyer hurt?
I did not have a catch today.
He might be hurt.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch much of this football game.
Nor should you.
Yeah.
Like I'm not judging you for this at all.
The Titans did have the chance with an onside kick. Like it was a little bit closer in the end than it wasn't a full blowout that people were expecting.
But when you're up 16-3 against the Titans, it does feel like it's
Yeah.
you've got them buried.
That's why I was
they fought
impressed.
back.
I was impressed by Cam Ward because it did feel like the Seahawks had him in this perfect pin your ears back, just rush the passer for the entire fourth quarter, and Cam Ward did enough. I mean, it doesn't look good ever with the Titans, but he makes it work because he has no one to throw to.
I think Van Jefferson is the only name that I know on this besides the running backs.
Chimera DK?
Yeah, he had a nice punt return for a touchdown. That was big. Titans, every single Titans game has something like that, like either
A
special
miscue.
teams or a pick six or some crazy play.
They're a big miscue team.
Yeah. Miscues happen in Titans games. College football plays happen in Titans games.
I mean, the Titans are looking good now for that first overall pick. They're going to try to trade back.
Yeah, they have to. Because, again, Cam Ward looked good today.
Yeah. That's all you're hoping for.
And Vandy could maybe go to the playoff.
Be huge. And Pavia, if he beats Tennessee, who knows?
Jeremiah Love is the answer to that. Jeremiah Love should be the Heisman. I think we all can agree as unbiased ball watchers. Jeremiah Love, best player in college football.
If it's not going to be Carson Beck, and who knows, anything can happen.
Here you go, Pavia's mom. She's out there doing it. She's just in everything.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay to have moms
She's
that,
enjoying the hell out of it.
that are, making a case for their sons, trying to protect their sons. That's completely normal.
I don't know if it's the same as Jaden Daniels when she's walking around with Theo Vaughn all the time and doing the Heisman pose into camera drunk in the fourth quarter. But hey, this could what I love about Diego Pavia is I think he and his family realize that this might not be a NFL thing. Enjoy the fuck out of what they got going on right now.
He's the ultimate college football quarterback.
What are you guys laughing about? Share with the class. Oh,
We don't
you can't
have to
share
read it.
that
We
with the
don't have to
class.
read it.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Wait, let me read it.
You can't share that. Do not share that with the class.
That's just a mean tweet.
But you guys-
where did you even find that tweet?
You guys agreed Jeremiah Love should be the Heisman, right? We can all agree?
Yeah.
I think his stat line is very impressive.
Did you guys keep your bets on him? Did anyone else bet him with me?
I didn't bet him.
I have Carson
Oh,
back.
jeez. I thought we were betting as a whole crew. We said it
we
before
did
the
Carson.
season.
I think you said it before the season, and then
Yeah.
after the first game, you were like,
It's going to be
"Oh,
hard.
this is dead."
yeah,
And
but then he...
I think you asked the class, should we bet Jeremiah Love?
No, I said we were betting Jeremiah Love. I definitely did.
I have Carson back.
I have Carson Beck, and
That
I
was
got
not me.
I got Bain from Miami.
You think I said Carson Beck?
You did say Carson Beck because I said
I think that was
What?
PFT, I thought you said
Yeah,
Carson.
you were the Miami guy.
No, I said I'm putting a future on Miami, and then you said I think the play is to do Carson Beck Heisman.
Okay.
'Cause
But
if
Jeremiah
Miami-
Love, I know I said it out loud because I have a lot of people in my mentions.
No, you did,
saying-
you did.
Yeah.
Also, Jalen Daniels.
But
There's still time.
I think what you did is you
So we're gonna
you
wait.
said Jeremiah Love, but this isn't my official Heisman pick.
Okay. All right.
I
Well,
think that's what you said
I bet it.
because you went through a phase of this is not my official pick. This is not
Okay.
my
Got it.
official
Well, I'm
pick.
going to be talking a lot about
Yes.
Jeremiah Love for the next week.
I'll still support that because I don't think that Carson Beck's going to win it.
You never know.
You never know.
Just running out of time.
What if Bain has 10 sacks next week and 3
Let me
touchdowns?
see. I think I do have. I mean, I think I do have. I probably did bet a little Carson Beck, but Jeremiah Love was the one I bet before the season.
Is Carson Beck even on that first sheet?
No.
It's not happening. Carson Beck has. That,
I also bet
that loss
Julian
to
saying
Louisville.
I bet a little John
11 to
Matier.
1.
Oh, so you're totally out on Jeremiah Love. Yeah, that's fair.
If you lose one game to Louisville, the writers, they just forget about you for the rest of the year. That's how it works, and Carson Beck is no different.
Yeah. Okay, Ravens 23, Jets 10. Memes? Jets kind of had them for a half.
Jets, they're competing.
They are. They're playing hard.
Yeah, they haven't lost the locker room yet. This is just an evaluation time for the Jets. Ravens didn't look good at all.
No, they didn't. Lamar looked stinky.
I have a question, Memes.
Question.
Is it time to let Brady cook?
No.
No.
He's not an NFL quarterback.
How do you know that?
I'm sure they would have put him in already.
Are you?
Yes.
Do you think the Jets have a commitment to starting the best quarterback at quarterback position this year?
Well, Tyrod was hurt at the time.
The whole time?
For the 3 weeks they were going to start him, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know, Tyrod didn't look bad.
Because
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. But my thought was just like if you're the Jets, you might as well see what you have, right?
No, you need to see what you have elsewhere.
Other positions.
Yeah,
Got
receiver. Like John Mechie looked great today. We traded for him from the Eagles. He looked good.
A.D. Mitchell.
A.D. Mitchell looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You also have to evaluate the OC.
Similar to the Mike Kafka play, you have no problem with Aaron Glenn because the game was 10-7 and you went for it on 4th and 2 on your own 42 and then didn't get it. Ravens go down and score a touchdown. You're fine with that, right?
Yeah, I mean the season's over.
Right. You're just trying to see what you got and also
I think if
go
the game
for it on every 4th down.
I think that if the game mattered, you punt it.
Yeah. I think Aaron
Because
Glenn
he
would have
did
done that as
in
well.
the first half.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought the Jets, they hung around. And I don't know. Lamar did not look great.
No, he's clearly injured.
Yeah.
The Ravens are treading water right now.
I know.
That's
and
what I took away from that.
They came back to take the lead in the AFC North. And now I agree with you. We'll see what happens on Thursday Night Football. But the Ravens feel like they got all the way back to 6-5. And things are, at least from a standings wise, looking good. But are they the Ravens?
Well, the Ravens have lost. Yes, they've had a 5-game winning streak. We all kind of saw this coming. The prophecy foretold that the Ravens would take over first place. They did, but the teams that they beat, there's a reason why we thought that they would come back. Mm-hmm. The one outlier I would say would be against the Bears. That was a weird game.
Yeah.
But besides that Bears game, all their losses that they have on the year are to all the good teams that they've played. Mm-hmm. They've yet to beat, besides I guess the Bears, a good team, a team that you would lump in that above average category.
A team that's currently in the playoffs.
Yeah. So we're not going to know for maybe
A couple more weeks.
like 3 more weeks
until they play the Patriots. Yeah, I had the same takeaway though, Memes. I was like, all right, Ravens won. They kind of sleepwalked the first half, picked it up in the second half, but Lamar did not look crisp at all.
No, he was missing a ton of throws. And Zay Flowers looks good. I would probably go running back by committee if I was the Ravens.
Oh,
I think Derrick Henry's time is done.
I like that take. What did you see today? He scored 2 touchdowns, but
he just
wasn't.
does nothing, and all the other running backs are at least explosive.
You think he finally hit the wall? Because it is going to go like that with him, I feel like.
It was like that touchdown he scored against the Lions since then just hasn't.
Well, I think this is kind of what Derrick Henry has been, but now you have an injured Lamar. And Derrick Henry, if you have like an explosive Lamar that's running the ball, he's way harder to defend.
But you need an explosive Derrick Henry to counteract the injured Lamar.
One of them has to be explosive.
Yes. If Derrick Henry's explosive, they're money right now.
Right. If Lamar's explosive, they're money right now.
Correct.
And Derrick Henry would probably look better.
Correct. But their other running backs look better too.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. I don't think that the Ravens offense has been good. I think that they've been like way, way below expectation for the last, like their entire winning streak that they've been on.
Yeah, Keith Mitchell only had 2 carries today. He had 10 yards. Derrick Henry's averaged 3 yards a carry today. Just the whole offense doesn't look like it has that pop.
No, they should probably fire Tom Monken.
Why?
I don't know, send him back down to Georgia, be an offensive analysis.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Did you see there was another Georgia player?
Yeah.
He was third string.
Okay. So, what is he now going to be first string?
He's the next player. He's kicked off the team.
If he was
It's
first
just
string,
crazy that it happens to Georgia like this.
How many players that were first string got kicked off the team?
We're focused on this kid who got
At some point, you just need to
Make an example out of him.
Yeah, unlimited Ubers for Georgia players.
There's probably a speed trap down there.
Yeah, probably.
probably.
I'm
Same one.
sure that
Gets
the police in Athens, Georgia, are looking to try to arrest Georgia football players.
Yeah, it's probably some soccer geek.
Yeah. Jealous of Kirby.
I have nothing else on this game. I have to say I didn't pay much attention to this game other than when I saw the Ravens on offense. Like, ooh, Lamar just doesn't. He just doesn't have that explosiveness that. It's like missing something. It looks like a little off. Looks like his powers have been zapped a little bit, and it's the injuries.
I mean, the only thing is that this is so much different from any Ravens team that we've seen in the last, like in the Lamar era.
What do you mean?
Where they haven't been good offensively, but they're somehow on top of the division. The defense still looks like they're back. The defense is fully back for the Ravens. So if Lamar can get healthy, I think then the Ravens can be a scary team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But he's not healthy. So I don't know. I don't know what he's dealing with right now. If it's still the hamstring.
Maybe this is the
Lamar on Thanksgiving is going to be a bad scene for all the toilets.
Maybe this is the way the Ravens have to do it, where Lamar, you can't be a disappointment in the playoffs if you are not playing at MVP caliber level in the regular season.
Right, and these are all kind of playoff games for Lamar.
If he just elevates, though, when the playoffs do start, then it's like, whoa, he did it. Okay, let's take a break and we'll talk some afternoon games. You got a couple ads, PFT.
It's PFT here making my Irish entrance with proper number 12 Irish whiskey. How do you make an Irish entrance, you might ask? It starts with a shot of proper number 12 Irish whiskey because real friends don't let friends Irish exit a party without a story to tell. Original proper number 12 is a rich, smooth blend of golden grain and single malt aged 4 years in bourbon barrels, mixed up with some ginger ale. Get a classic and refreshing proper ginger. If you're in the mood for something smooth but a little bit sweeter, try Proper Irish Apple. It's a delicious blend of Proper's award-winning Irish whiskey with crisp, fresh notes of apple. So get out there, make your Irish entrance. Anything else just wouldn't be proper. Make your Irish entrance with Proper number 12 Irish whiskey. These games are also brought to you by our friends at NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV. Look, the week of Thanksgiving is the best time of year. You're surrounded by friends, family, and hopefully some amazing food. But the best part of the holiday weekend is still ahead. A stacked Sunday of NFL football. You've got a ton of games that have huge playoff implications, and it's impossible to track all of it on one screen. That's why NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV is so clutch. You can use their multi-view feature to watch up to 4 games at once on one screen. And right now, as a perfect holiday gift to yourself, new users can get it for the rest of the NFL regular season for just $48. That's it. $48. Make sure you don't miss a single game down the home stretch. Give yourself the gift of NFL football. Get NFL Sunday Ticket for the rest of the NFL regular season for just $48. Offer ends December 1st. New users only. Terms and embargoes apply. Device and content restrictions apply. No cancellations. Commercial use excluded. No refunds.
Okay, afternoon games. Cowboys 24, Eagles 21. The largest comeback, tied for the largest comeback in Cowboys history. What a game. Down 21-0 like that.
It's crazy. Dak looked off in the first half, had a bad interception in the end zone. Things didn't look to be
Eagles
going too good.
Awesome. Throwing the ball everywhere. Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown. It was clearly a focus in the first quarter. Go up 21-0. Think it's going to be a cruise victory. Kelly Green uniforms. And then
A.J. Brown was happy.
Yeah,
feeding him early.
They were dominating, and then something happened because the Cowboys, through defense, which was the best defense the Cowboys have played all year in that second half, through Dak and George Pickens. George Pickens was 9 for 9 for 146 yards and a touchdown. So he had 9 targets. He caught 9 balls. He catches everything.
And their special teams was really good, too, for the Cowboys.
Special teams is good.
Very good.
And
if I'm watching this game, I'm thinking 2 things. One, great win for the Cowboys.
Great win.
They look to be out of it. They fought back. The defense looks to be as fixed as the defense can get for the Cowboys. Overshown coming back. Yeah, Quinton Williams and Overshown coming back definitely helps. And then the second thing I thought watching this game was this sucks for the Bears.
Oh, big time.
Because the Eagles.
Big time.
If they had won, you could catch them sleeping on Black Friday.
Yep.
They're going to be wide awake. This is a game that they're going to no one's taking a day off next week. I don't care if it's Thanksgiving, if anyone has travel. No, you're coming in the office, you're working hard, you're watching extra film if you're the Eagles.
So bad.
The Chicago Bears are on notice.
Oh yeah. I wanted the Eagles to win this game.
I know.
I was like, holy fuck. I wanted them to win it easily.
Yeah.
But what a comeback. Max.
Yeah, no, that was pretty bad. That was the. There's a lot of things that almost every facet of this game after the first quarter was bad.
I love when you take deliberate pauses because you know that you have to watch what you say, knowing that the deliberate pauses will become less and less, and when you finally say what you want to say, you're gonna yell, you're gonna get your hands
I'm not gonna
out.
yell.
He's not going to yell this.
You're gonna get your hands out.
gonna
You're
yell.
gonna say what you want to say. So say it.
The offense looks bad, looks super bad after the first quarter. You thought you figured something out, and you were spamming A.J. Brown. You were spamming Devontae Smith, what everyone wanted you to do for so long now. And then we stopped doing that. I guess we can't run the fucking football, which is a huge fucking problem. I don't know how. It's basically the same offense as last year with almost the same players, and for some reason, last year we were the best rushing team like in the history of the NFL, and this year we fucking suck at running the football. And like we would go through this last year, like you go up early and then you just use Saquon Barkley and you just end the game. Like we would just do the thing where when we were up, we would just go on 10-minute drives and just end the fucking football game. Now Saquon Barkley is running for like a yard and a half a carry, and I don't know whether it's his fault or I don't know whether the offensive line just sucks, but we can't run the football anymore. There are so many stupid fucking penalties today. The amount of times that offense would make a big play, look like they were building something again in the second half, and then there was a stupid fucking penalty which didn't affect the fucking play at all that would bring back a good offensive chunk, and then you're just playing like 1st and 25 the entire fucking time. The penalties are a joke. The run game is a joke. I don't, like people keep saying the play calling. I don't watch film. I am not smart at football.
Quote card.
I don't know what they should be doing. It's their job to figure it out, not my job. But I do know that 0 points after the first quarter is really fucking bad. If you score some points, you probably win that fucking game.
That's true.
Jake Elliott makes and Xavier Gibbs. Let the ball go to the fucking end zone. I said I wasn't going to yell.
Yeah.
Let the ball go to the end zone.
Basically,
Let the ball go to the end zone.
wasn't-
It's so simple.
not a lot of yelling.
It's so simple. You caught the ball at the 1 yard line and then you fucking fumbled it like a fucking loser.
Max, I think you're not giving yourself enough credit. As dumb football fans, which we all are, I think in some circumstances, you got to just be dumb about it. Just say, run the football.
But they can't.
They can't run the
But they got
football.
to keep trying. You can't give up on it.
But you can't.
You're giving up on it because you're afraid A.J. Brown's going to be like, oh, our offense is a shit show. Blah, 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 blah.
I don't know if that's the answer. Saquon was 10 for 22 today.
Yeah.
10 for 22.
And they were up how much?
Yeah, but they can't
But
run
they
the
can't
ball.
run.
You got to keep trying. You got to keep trying to run the football, Max.
But that's insanity. If you can't do it and you keep trying to do it and you can't do it, then that's fucking insanity. Figure out how to do it. That's the answer. Why can't we run the fucking football? We got to figure out how to run the football. That's what has to be done. It has to be done. This team cannot go anywhere if we're running for 2.2 yards per fucking carry. And we ask so much of the defense. We ask way too much of the defense.
Yeah. The Eagles' first 3 drives had 192 yards, and then the next 8 drives in the game they had 107 yards. It just went it went completely the last 8 drives was 4 punts, a missed field goal, a fumble, a fumbled punt, and then there was one end of half. It's bad.
Yeah.
But you're 8-3. Doesn't 8-3 feel good?
No.
It feels good for me.
How does this feel being 8-3 right now compared to 2 seasons ago?
Not as bad as 2 seasons ago.
No, your defense is still very good.
At least we have the defense is very good. It got super banged up today, which sucks. But
I think you do know football because you were saying when you were up 21-0 in the second half, you're like, this is not over. You said out loud, you're like, if anyone's listening to this, like non-Eagles fans, like the live bet of the Cowboys is not a bad bet.
Also, just quick observation about what it looks like when we're watching these games in the cave. Max talked couldn't stop talking, I think, for the first quarter.
Oh my God,
two
he was
quarters.
the happiest boy
And then
you've
he
ever
speak
seen.
in the second half.
He was making plans. He was joking.
Asking people about their weekend.
His
Like, he
mood
was
just.
did not stop speaking.
It basically was like watching someone on drugs. You watch someone on drugs when the Eagles are winning, and it's like, oh man, this guy took like, what did he take? Some mix of like ecstasy and coke, and just a lot of beers, and then the second half starts like, oh shit, did he just do heroin? Like, why isn't he talking anymore?
He becomes the small talk king
Yes.
after a win.
Oh, what'd you do this weekend?
After when he's going up to like everybody it could be just like a custodian that's going through the office emptying the trash, being like, hey, what's up? What's your name? Where are you from? You got any kids? That's awesome.
He did admit it. He said it, and he caught himself in the middle of the first half. He's like, I'm talking too much. It's because the Eagles are winning. I'm just so happy. And then it just nosedive.
Max, do you put any blame on the refs for this game?
No.
Okay.
You got to run the ball.
You got to run the ball. You got to run you got to just be better. You got to play better football.
Play better football. And that's every guy.
Yeah.
Every guy out there.
Yeah.
The entire team, the entire team had some sort of blame in this game. Zach Bond, I mean, he's got to fucking. He made a great play on the ball. Just catch a fucking football, dude. It's right it hit you in the face.
Max, I got a question for you too. We love watching football games with you because you're just the most demonstrative guy that we got. Every good thing that happens is the best. Every bad thing that happens is the worst. You contort your body into like little baby forms, and you like sit crisscross applesauce, and you start screaming. It's great. I love what you're very entertaining to watch. Can you walk me through you pulling your heels over your head and grabbing your ankles as you're about to get Dak down?
I said it looked like you were getting into the stirrups at like an Obgyn.
It was just
That's
like,
what you looked like.
You just spread them for some reason. I wasn't sure what that was about, but when it happened, me and Big Cat just looked at each other like, I love Max.
You're so flexible.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You're a big baby. And I mean that in the nice way.
I don't know. I don't think about anything. It's just like an involuntary reaction, everything that I do.
That's big game Max.
Yeah.
He does that.
I got fucked.
You're spitting everywhere.
I'm always spitting.
You're always
Oh,
spitting.
yeah, you yelling at Meek.
Yeah. Well, Meek deserves it.
He does.
He absolutely deserves it. He deserves that and more. The Cowboys.
Cowboys are good.
Dude.
Yeah.
The Cowboys are good. That offense is electric. George Pickens, again, 9 targets, 9 catches. He catches everything. They can run the ball. CD still has like a couple of weird drops a game, but they're just matchup problems everywhere. Jake Ferguson. And then their defense, which was one of the worst in the league, Quinnen Williams gets traded for. Did Jerry do it again, or did Jerry do it again? Because since Quinnen Williams has joined the Cowboys, their run defense has allowed 30 carries for 90 rushing yards. That's pretty damn good. Just one of those 30 runs gone for 10 plus yards. They're doing something right, and they're not out of it, which is crazy to say. Like the Cowboys are, they have a tough game against the Chiefs on Thanksgiving Day, but the Cowboys are absolutely not out of the playoff hunt, and everyone thought they were one of the worst teams, especially after that Cardinals loss on Monday Night Football. Mm-hmm. And here they are. And Brian Schottenheimer, you see the post-game locker room. He's got these boys believing. It's crazy. I did not think the Cowboys would be back in it like this.
No, I didn't either. You're right. It's Quinnen Williams and Overshown getting back, and the defense has just changed now. I don't know if Eberflus is doing anything different from a scheme perspective, but with those two dudes in, it does seem like if the Cowboys can have that average defense, they can be a very, very scary team. Mm-hmm. Because the offense is not going anywhere. Dak is playing maybe the best that he's ever played throughout his career. And just having Pickens as an option downfield is a cheat code for him.
Looking at the Cowboys' schedule, the problem is in the NFC, the NFC might be a league where 10 wins doesn't get you into the playoffs, which is crazy to say, but it's pretty crowded.
That tie. So they have the Chiefs and Lions the next 2 games. If they go 1-1 there and they can win, the last 4 games are very 4 winnable games. Vikings at home, Chargers at home, at Commanders, at Giants. Mm-hmm. That could be a 10-6-1 team.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will be enough to get in.
I think they could do it. If they stay healthy, I think they can do it.
Their offense keeps them in every game, and now that they have a defense that can actually play, they're You got dacked.
You got Dak.
You got dacked.
I would not want to play the Cowboys in the playoffs.
He wanted to throw that second pick so bad. Just
So
catch the
bad.
fucking football.
So bad.
He tried to. He almost threw 3. He got
I
12
know.
men on the field on the.
Max, does this make you think back on the Kelly Green on the road idea?
You guys looked cool.
It started off like it was like Kelly Green saved the season.
You're 8-3.
Wait, it started off like
Save
they
the offense.
like they saved
Save
the
the
season?
offense is what I meant to say.
You're 8-2 going into this game.
I meant to say off.
Are you panicked at all?
No,
What happens if you lose on Friday to the Bears?
I'm going. I'll be there. So if I lose,
Yeah.
I might not come home. I might just live in the stadium.
Probably get that arranged.
Yeah. You probably know somebody.
I mean, 7-point favorites got to win that game.
Big Dom looked good watching Tom Brady and A.J. Brown throw the ball.
They looked like they had a great time pregame.
Yeah. Are you going to see Big Dom on Friday?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to him.
Brady looked good.
Did he?
But are you a little
He
nervous he was
activated
that
A.J.
close to
Brown.
Big Dom?
Oh, yeah. He activated A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown and
Softened him up a
Devontae
little, yeah.
Smith, I'm going to say this as I'm sure someone will say you're way wrong, but I think they're the 2 coolest cleat wearers in the NFL. Every game they got a new pair of cleats that look cool.
That one catch from Devontae Smith was so fucking sick too.
Yeah.
It just ruined. That first quarter was so awesome. The offense was so back.
It was humming.
I was like Soupy. We're going back to back Soupy. The offense is fixed. The defense is elite. Best team ever, and then just absolute fucking
That's when you were
dog
chit
shit.
chatting, asking, like, how's your how's your sister doing? How's your mom doing? Oh yeah, you got a new dog. Oh
You making anything for Thanksgiving?
yeah,
I'm making
Yeah.
stuffing.
Oh yeah. Oh, what do you do with your stuffing? Oh, here's what I got in my recipe.
None of these
I'm gonna walk
none
through
of
my
these
recipe with
conversations
you.
existed.
You know, one
Not one of
conversation.
those
You doing any yard work
conversations
this
happened.
weekend?
We did have one
What's going on?
conversation
Not one
that
of
did
them.
exist, Max. At the end of the first half, I was like, that's a bad touchdown you guys just gave up to the Cowboys. That's going to haunt you. And then you poo-pooed me a little bit.
You poo-pooed? Did
Yeah,
you
you
poo-poo?
poo-pooed.
What did I say?
Did you
What?
do any poo-pooing?
You were like, yeah, obviously I wish that we didn't give up a touchdown there. Nice job, genius.
No, you just all you said
just
was
facts.
all you said was I bet you wish you didn't give up that touchdown.
That's not what. Well, I would
Yes.
bet that. I would bet that. And I'd win
Yes,
that bet.
it was like the most obvious. It was a magic. You just did Magic Johnson.
It was a
You
bad-
did
no, it was
you
a
did
bad
Magic
touchdown.
Johnson in my face.
It was a
you
bad
do-
touchdown.
did
You were like
poo-poo?
giving up touchdowns are bad.
It was a bad touchdown.
Did you poo-poo him?
He poo-pooed me.
No, I agreed with you. I was like, yes, I would prefer not to give up touchdowns.
In a sarcastic
It was
way,
very
though?
sarcastic. He was like, okay, genius. And then I was like,
Yeah.
all right, so who gets the ball in the second half? And Max was like, we do. Bet you wish that I had said the Cowboys do.
That's true.
And I was like, okay, Magic Johnson,
but
no shit.
but the way that you asked, you were like, oh,
Listen, Max, I don't like the Eagles or the Cowboys.
Second largest blown lead in team history.
I didn't have a dog in that
Yeah,
fight, Max.
it was tied for the largest comeback by the Cowboys ever.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's a crazy game. You just needed 3 more points.
I mean, not technically, no.
Technically, no,
less
but
poo-pooing.
still, it felt
less
like if you had
poo-pooing.
hit it, less poo-pooing and 3 more points. You even got a Brandon Aubrey missed field goal.
But we also missed a field goal.
Right, but Brandon Aubrey doesn't miss field goals.
Jake Elliott doesn't miss field goals either.
Brandon Aubrey doesn't miss field goals more.
All right.
Got you there.
Checkmate.
Got you there.
Yeah, so Max, how do you fix the ground game?
I don't
We've
know.
established that
That's what
you have to do
But
something
you have
different.
injuries on the offensive line. I'd say that's probably part of it.
It's a Lane Johnson
But even
stat.
with Lane, like we haven't been running the ball all year. We can't run the football. I don't know the answer. I am not a coach. I am not a smart football guy. They need to figure it out because it's got to be figured out, or else this team's. I mean,
And it's their job.
they have to figure it
It's
out.
literally their job to figure it out.
They got to figure it out.
You got to press the button. They got to fucking run the football.
Yeah.
We all got jobs to do.
Yeah.
What do you say, Memes?
Tank Bigsby.
Oh, interesting. More Tank?
Tank is good.
Trade for Tank Bigsby. He
He's-
does have explosive runs when he is in. Do you give him more carries?
Do you think Jalen Hurts played well today?
I mean, Jalen Hurts can't fucking win. Jalen Hurts.
I'm asking. I think he played fine.
I thought he was
Yeah.
fine, and he had a bunch of big plays that got called back for penalties that I don't know. There's penalties that I don't know what they're happening while they're happening, but they are like ineligible, being marked as ineligible, and then lining up against a receipt. I don't know what any of that shit means, but I do know that it doesn't fucking affect the play. So stop doing stupid shit like that take back big plays. That's what I'm talking about.
It's not like a holding that stops a sack.
That's what I'm saying. It's stupid shit like that. 12 men on the field because some guy's late getting off that takes an interception. It's so stupid. But I don't. You figure it out. That's all I have to say. You figure it out.
You guys.
They have to figure it out.
It's not your job.
It's not my job. I don't know.
You're
I don't
doing
know
your job right now. You're telling them to figure it out.
I guess this is technically my job.
You are doing your job. By the way, Dak Prescott passed Tony Romo for most passing yards in Cowboy franchise history.
I love that. Good for Dak.
That's pretty cool. He was lights out, and he was trying to throw another pick.
Can I say something off the record?
Yeah, please.
Okay, off the record. Dak's kind of win me over this year.
I'm
starting to feel like a little bit bad about just hating Dak Prescott, and I don't like that feeling. I want to continue to hate him. I want to continue to have all the anti-Cowboys bias in the entire world, but he's playing so good, and he seems like such a good dude. Besides when he was on the show, I'm having a hard time keeping the hate up. He
kept trying to throw picks today.
Do you know what it was?
He just
you know
kept
what it is?
trying to throw picks.
He's not only playing really well this year, but we also having Zach Martin in studio, and Zach Martin is the man. He's saying
vouching
that
for him.
Dak is he vouched for Dak and was like, I bet you if you came back on, you'd have a good time.
Yeah.
That it's Zach Martin's fault. Why'd you do that to us, Zach?
I don't like it.
Zach made us like Dak.
I got to get my hate back up for Dak.
Yeah.
I don't feel like myself without it.
Zach made us.
I need Hank to start rooting for him again. That would
Max, what do you think about this Dak love that's going on right now?
I mean, he tried to fuck this game up a million times.
Yeah, he did.
Look at this
We're
fucking
watching
throw.
film. That was a bad throw.
I mean, he got fucking bailed out for guy 12 men on the field doing shit.
Maybe he
Zach
knew
Bond.
there was 12 men on the field. That's why he threw it.
But that would make sense if it was like a deep ball.
I know.
He
He
was
was
hit,
also
so he's
getting
like, just
hit.
get rid
He was
of it.
getting hit. He was just like,
Then
I'll
throw it away.
Well, no, because there's a flag, so you might as well throw
Yeah,
it.
just throw it.
Throw it. What does that even?
There's a flag.
You never know.
Might as well
There's a
throw
flag.
it.
But that wasn't even.
It's kind of a savvy move, but
You might as well just see
What about this one?
that one, your guy's got to catch that ball.
Yeah.
Zach Bond's got to catch that.
He threw it right fucking to him. He tried to do big stupid Dak picks all game, and we just weren't doing them. It literally hit Zach Bond in the face.
Are you worried that people are saying that Big Game Max does not have it anymore?
I've only had big games. The Eagles have only been in big games this year.
It's true.
That's facts.
Is Black Friday a big game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, big
That's
time.
Big Game Max versus Big Game Dan.
The game's at 2:00.
That's just not true.
The game is at 2:00.
That just changed Max's whole
Where?
plans.
No, it's not.
You
It's
think
three. It's,
you think that Black
it's 3
Friday
o'clock
games are
game.
at night because
well,
it's Black Friday?
yeah.
The game. I will be at the game. It'll be 3 o'clock where I
Okay, we're
am.
talking about the time here where we're sitting right now. It's at 2:00.
What?
But what is the
It's
difference?
the only
between an
fucking
hour?
game.
Yeah.
So it's a big game.
I just asked.
You
I see what
don't.
you're
You
saying.
don't
You're
understand
saying
big games.
You're saying
You've played Mitchell Tinsley, dude. That was your
Shout
big
out
game
Mitch.
today.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
Shout out Mitch.
Mitchell
You played
Tinsley's-
Joe Flacco. You played the duo of Joe Flacco and Mitchell Tinsley and won by 6. You were begging
Flacco
to
has
lose
as many
that
Super
game.
Bowls as Jalen Hurts. I don't.
Joe Flacco is 65 years old.
he wasn't going to yell.
I
Big
merely.
game. You're
He's right. You're
can't
not.
dismiss
good luck on Monday Night Football against the two. Oh, you fucking piece of
Wait,
shit.
wait. That's a big game. It's a solo game, right? That's
That's
the
a big
argument?
game. 2 playoff teams. Yeah, big game.
The Eagles are 8-3. They're playing an 8-3 team,
Say their
and
name.
it's the only game.
Say their name.
It's the Bears, 7-point
They're
favorite.
8-3.
Wait, so was today a big game?
Well, I mean, it's Cowboys Eagles. Big, it's always it was the big game
They
of
don't
the
have
week.
a winning record.
It's Big Game Max.
The Cowboys would smoke you guys right now.
Oh shit! Well, you want it? If you were a man, you'd set it up.
Anybody, time, anywhere.
Get that fucking thing on the schedule.
Let's get a neutral field line. Cowboys, Patriots.
I don't know how to do that.
I got my. Well, you just say a number.
Oh.
I'm gonna say the Cowboys will be favored by 1.5 points.
No, I think the Patriots would be favored. 2 points, 2.5 points.
I like the Jacks.
It'd be under a field goal.
Or is that Max looking it up on
You're
AI?
thinking AI is going to give it to us? Here, I'll
Yeah, text
I'll
the
text
guy.
I'll text one of my guys. You do have the Raiders in 2 weeks, Max. Then Big Game Max can take a break off for a week.
Yeah, but it's even then. Like the Bears this week, and then the Chargers week after is also like that's not a gimme. The Raiders will be nice. If we lose to the Raiders, then I just quit.
You quit?
Yeah.
What do you quit?
Everything.
You can't lose that game.
Okay, I'll get us an answer.
That's not a big game.
All right, that's Cowboys,
Patriots would be favored.
Eagles.
Patriots would be favored.
I think they would be favored. I mean, who
on a neutral field.
Who have they? Do they have any common opponents?
But the Cowboys are
Cowboys
are better
different
now
team.
than they were.
They're different.
Of course, I'm just trying to. I don't even think they have any neutral.
Did they play the Steelers this year?
Did the Cowboys?
Yeah.
The Cowboys did not. You're thinking of last year.
Hank, tell me. See, the Cowboys have played a lot of really good teams, so I don't know that they'd have any common. Oh, they played the Jets.
They did play the Jets.
They beat the Jets 37-22. What was your score against the Jets?
Not Cowboys
15.
beat them by more.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were a different team.
Yeah, true.
Have you played the
You've
Cardinals?
gotten
Hank? Okay.
Worse?
Memes went up to
I don't know
Zach
what
tonight
have
and
you
asked
gotten?
him if
Oh,
they
I got
Bucs were
one.
the worst team on the podcast.
Oh,
I got
I was
one.
mad about Sean Tucker.
I actually have a common opponent. So this is actually good because it's the recent Cowboys. The Cowboys beat the Raiders 33-16. Hank, how much did you beat the Raiders by?
Oh, we actually lost by the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Guess we'll I'm gonna get a
In
number
week
for
one.
us. I'm gonna get a number for us. All right, let's go to the next game. Browns 24, Raiders 10. Shedeur.
Shedeur was the Shedeur game. Great 60-yard throw by Shedeur. And then an awesome 66-yard touchdown pass by Shedeur Sanders.
Yep.
Yes, it was a screen pass, but Shedeur hit him in stride against all odds, scoring a touchdown.
He also said before the game, "I'm who they've been looking for."
He said that before the game.
Before the game, he said, "I'm who they've been looking for." What he wanted, and they asked him what he wants to show Cleveland fans. I'm who they've been looking for. Then after the game, he said, "Imagine what a full offseason looks like. It gets dangerous."
Okay.
He said, "This is 1 week of practice.
I have
Imagine what a full offseason looks like. It gets dangerous."
I have a real take here.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett should be the MVP if he breaks the all-time sacks record, which it looks like he's on pace to break /
Smash it.
shatter that. He had 3 sacks today. He's had 14 sacks in his last 3 games. Is that correct? His last 4 games.
14 in his last 4 games?
Yeah.
That can't be right, is it? I know he has 18 right now. He has 18. I know he had 4 last week, so yeah, maybe it is.
He had 1 against the Jets, and then he had 4.
So that's probably not right then. I probably misread that stat somewhere.
Either way, he has now hit his career high in sacks.
But
and there's 6 games left.
The take overall stands. I feel like he should get MVP consideration. So
Wait, no. You just said he should win MVP.
Well,
You can't walk that back.
I think
Made a stop for the take. You can't walk it back. Say it with your chest.
if he ends the season with, if he gets 20, let's say 25 sacks,
yeah, that would
on the
smash
year.
it. That would be smashing it.
he should be the MVP. If he gets 24, probably should still be the MVP. If you compare the last defensive MVP, which is Lawrence Taylor, he had 20 and a half sacks in 16 games, 5 passes defended, 2 forced fumbles. Those were his stats when he won the MVP. Granted, he was on crack when he did that, which is like an added level of expertise. If Myles Garrett does all this on the Browns, that's equivalent to Lawrence Taylor doing it on crack.
Yeah. He's insane. You were right. So he has 14 sacks. Let me see. I'm bad at numbers. Yeah, 14 sacks in the last 5 games.
14 in the last 5.
5 games.
In the last 5 games.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible run that he's on right now.
They wrecked this
dominant.
Game. Geno was sacked 10 times.
Like, Geno's not good, but it wasn't just Geno not being good. It was Myles Garrett just being in his – the entire defense.
Myles Garrett got Chip Kelly fired. He got fired, like, right after the game. They're like, yeah, we got to get rid of Chip Kelly.
Do you think Tom Brady was consulted on that?
He might have been the one who fired him.
Like, was Tom Brady – was he going to
They
the
probably
airport?
sent him a text. They're like, hey, Geno got sacked 10 times.
There's a good chance that
We
Tom
lost to the Browns. We lost to the Shedeur.
that Tom didn't watch the game because he was commentating on the Eagles-Cowboys game, yeah? And then he got on a private jet to leave and then fired Chip Kelly from 40,000 feet in the air. Mm-hmm. He drone striked him.
Mm-hmm. I think the Raiders are the worst team in the NFL.
They're definitely the toughest watch.
I think they're the worst team in the NFL. Their 2 wins are against the Titans and the Patriots. They have lost. So they won against the Patriots week 1. They've had 1 win since. And it's not as bad as the Titans are. The Titans are moving the ball a little bit. They're not in the game, but kind of in the game for a little bit. The Raiders are just getting like statistically dominated every which way. Every single game. I mean, they had that one game against the Jaguars where they were close, and obviously that Thursday night game against the Broncos, which was ugly. But they also had that 31-0 loss to the Chiefs. They got smoked by the Cowboys. This game was not it's 24-10, but it was against a guy who'd never started in the NFL, and the Browns have never won with their, a quarterback having their first start for the Browns, and they got dominated. Geno Smith was just sacked 10 times. 10 times.
He got hit 20 times.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was not good. And
the Browns defense is awesome. I imagine the Browns having a halfway competent offense for a season. They would be a legitimate team.
That's all they need. And now Stefanski says he is not committing to a starter for next week yet.
Oh, they got to commit to Shedeur.
But you got to keep it rolling with Shedeur.
Yeah. The confidence he has and the way he talks, you would have thought he threw for 450 yards.
You need somebody
and had like a perfect game.
You need somebody like Shedeur, somebody that is just completely irrationally overconfident in himself.
He said a lot of people want to see me fail. It ain't gonna happen. He is right. A lot of people want to see him fail. I love Shedeur and the fact that he is just the amount of takes on both sides is so awesome. We need someone like this.
He has a lightning rod.
He's great.
It's great. And then Dion up there with his big ass cowboy hat in the stands. That was nice to watch. Yeah. What was it? The last 17 quarterbacks who've made their first starts for the Browns went winless, and then Shedeur broke the combo.
Yep. Eric Zaire in 1995 was the last time a Browns quarterback won his first career NFL start.
That's pretty
for
crazy.
The Browns.
That's nuts. And then they showed the graphic on the screen of like the Browns starting quarterbacks since whenever, 45, and the total number of United States presidents, 45. Listen, Browns fans, you know this. Cleveland is a punching bag. All the jokes coming at the quarterback position. When you have somebody that wins a football game, you can't then take that person out until they lose.
Yeah. No, you can't.
You can't. You have to keep.
You're not allowed to.
Let him keep playing football until he loses a game, and then you can have the conversation. But whatever happened today, you need that exact same thing to be the next product you see out on the field until you're proven that it can't win.
Yeah. And listen, the Browns, they nailed their draft. Mason Graham is awesome. Schwessinger's
might
awesome.
be the
Quinshon Judkins, awesome.
Rookie of the year.
Fannin has been good. Isaiah Bond has been good. Dylan Sampson has been good. They're getting contributions from everyone they drafted. The Browns they're just a quarterback, and maybe it's not Shedeur, but maybe it's Shedeur. Away
for now. For now, it's Shedeur. It'd actually be great if Shedeur played like pretty well for the rest of the season, went about 500, and then next year you bring somebody else in to be quarterback, and then everyone gets to demand that Shedeur plays again.
Well,
Because he's going to get better the more you keep him on the bench in the fan base's eyes.
did you see who was on the sideline today?
I
Sean
did.
Watson.
I did.
He's back. He's traveling with the team.
He might be back. How about this Jerry Jeudy play, though?
Yeah.
That
so stupid.
That dot down the field that Shedeur threw. And then Jeudy starts skipping. I don't know what he was doing.
I have no idea.
He started to skip down the field, and he lands from his skip, it was a great skip, and gets the ball punched out. What is going on?
Yeah.
Can somebody explain to me what Jerry Jeudy was doing? Does anybody have any guesses?
I
I
have
don't think
no
he
idea.
knew the guy was behind him.
No, I don't.
He was
That-
ready to make
No,
a
he
move.
was trying to evade him
100% didn't
with
know
the
the guy
skip?
No,
was
I'm saying
behind
he was ready to make a move.
Oh.
Not knowing there was a guy running.
Oh,
up
yeah.
behind.
No, he was doing a skip to then do a cut. He was going to go up the sideline, I think.
But there's 3 guys there.
I
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why he
He had-
started skipping.
He had no idea the guy was behind him, but Hank's right. He was going to do like a quick skip and then try to bolt down the sideline.
Or cut to the inside, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just looked like he was just happy. Like he was
It's very
overcome
funny.
overcome with joy during the play. Like, oh, shit, we're throwing the ball downfield. I caught a pass. Wee.
I got a question. So there's been a lot of talk about Bill Belichick this year
There has.
and his situation at UNC is he's in a better spot than Pete Carroll. Belichick's teams have been competitive. He's got the love of his life. He gets to go to cheerleading.
Competitive in what sense?
They've been UNC's been very competitive.
No,
They're
I
not bowl eligible.
No, I know they've been in almost every single game. Like they've actually played pretty decent football. Like their offense stinks. But no, if you've been watching UNC, like they have been covering spreads, almost winning game. They almost beat Virginia. Should have beaten Virginia.
they are a lot better in the second half of the season. They've gotten better.
They're the definition of competitive in these games. He's got the love of his life. Chapel Hill, probably a very nice place. Gets to wear Carolina blue. Pete Carroll is coaching. He's same 70s. I don't know if it is awesome living in Vegas in your 70s, and his team is dog shit.
I think that, first of all, we need to put some respect on Jordan's name. I know that there was a lot of discussion about Jordan and her adult cheerleading competition that she was in. We also need to acknowledge the fact that they are world champions, that this is like this is an elite adult cheerleading squad that she
What are you
has
pointing at me for?
somehow become a part of.
What are you pointing
You're
at me for?
poo-pooing.
I wasn't poo-poo. Well, I poo-pooed a lot.
We were poo-pooing a little
Poo-pooed
bit.
hard.
A little bit. Well,
Really hard poo-pooing.
we
for
didn't
me.
know that there
I'll
was
still
such a,
poop- I'll
that there
still
was such
poo-poo.
a thing as adult cheerleading at the time.
I think
but-
if she didn't have the hair in that cheerleading episode,
and she's suing Pablo Torre too. She says that'll be
the hair is what.
the discovery in
And
that
the old
lawsuit
guys.
is going
Yeah,
to
I'm
make,
gonna. You know what? I'm gonna keep poo-pooing. I'm gonna keep poo-pooing that part.
I can't wait for the discovery process.
I will say she's been very funny online recently. Very funny.
She has.
She's leaning into it.
There was also that report that maybe the other members of the Belichick family weren't super happy. That maybe one of them laid into Jordan after the game. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, let love.
But back to the question. I think Pete Carroll's living a worse life right now. I think he's just. How can you be happy? His team is terrible.
They're very bad.
He could have just retired.
I think that Vegas wouldn't be like the worst place in the world for an older person to live.
I think it's too loud.
There's a lot of golf around. Well, you don't have to go down to the strip. They have buffets, like dinner buffets that start at 4 p.m. Get the early bird special. A lot of shows you can go to.
Too loud.
Bingo everywhere.
Yes, but to visit, yes. To live, I don't know. I just thought. I was just thinking about it. I think if Pete Carroll was dating a 24-year-old, it would be we would have similar like laughing at, because the team again, UNC is playing better football than the Raiders are. That's a fact.
The Raiders are big time bummers to watch, and they got rid of all their good wide receivers. It just feels like they don't. This is going to be like a tear down to the absolute studs.
I know. I feel bad for Max Crosby. Put Max Crosby on the Browns. Imagine that.
That'd be fun.
That'd be so fun.
Build the entire team out of defense.
Yeah, just never let the other team score. Yeah, Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers, you just say, hey, Brock Bowers, we're really sorry how this is going. We're going to try to fix it. Please be patient because you're the only thing we have right now. And Ashton Genty is just the offensive line is not fair to Ashton Genty, but he's just it's just not there right now. I mean, the offensive line is bad.
The Raiders should almost consider just shutting Ashton Genty down.
All right, I got an answer.
Okay.
Patriots, Cowboys. My friend Colin Wilson from the Action Network said Patriots by 2 on a neutral.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Am I sharp?
No.
I don't know.
No, you said
not even close.
You said Cowboys
You're as
favorite
round
by
as a
2.
fucking
Oh, yeah, you're right.
sun.
I said
I did.
you were the one who's said Cowboys.
Yeah.
You're a globe.
I'm a globe. I am the world. What
That
can
was
I say?
crazy. I think you're the only one who said Cowboys.
Yeah, I forgot what side I took for a second. I would bet the fuck out of the Cowboys.
You went so hard
Big
recency
time.
bias on the Cowboys comeback. You're like, they'd be favored over the Patriots.
Big
That also
time.
just can't. I mean, I guess technically, if there was like a emergency, but there are no neutral fields in the NFL.
Well, I mean, Super Bowl.
What
just
about the entire international series?
or
man?
any of the other
yeah.
fields.
Yeah.
All right, it's stupid.
Yeah,
go to
you can just play at any field. Hank's going to get the game on the books. So we're going to play the game. So he's going to get the game.
Yeah, I'm excited.
He's going to find
They should play in Vegas, like a bowl game. Like just take the Raiders off the schedule. Mm-hmm. And
I'd
then
be
let
fine
other
with that.
teams play there.
Yeah, the Raiders are very much in the I do not want to see them play football anymore camp. Throw them in there with the Titans. I still Cam Ward every now and then will do something like, "Ooh, that's fun." Raiders do nothing fun.
Nothing at all.
0. Okay. Next game, Jaguars at Cardinals. Try as he might. So Jaguars won 27-24. Try as he might. Trevor Lawrence really, really wanted to throw this game away. 4 interceptions, some bad ones. Every time I looked up, it was just another.
I thought he had 3.
Was it 3?
I think
I
one.
thought it
I,
felt
th-
like 4.
I think one of the picks counted as a fumble
Okay.
because it got like stripped out as. he
Okay,
was
so
trying to
4
throw it.
turnovers. He just, every time I looked up, he was throwing an interception. And then he comes back and he throws that incredible ball to Parker Washington for the go-ahead, for the lead late in the 4th. Cardinals come down and tie it. But that was a throw. You're like, oh, that's why you keep coming back, throwing him open. But it was, I got to give credit to Jaguars staying resilient after, again, it's got to be so demoralizing to have those type of turnovers to keep the Cardinals in the game. They win the game, though. The Jaguars are 7-4. They're live in the AFC South. They're playing decent football. I'm gonna say decent.
Yeah, they're playing tough football.
Yeah.
This is the Liam Cohen let it rip edition of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
He's letting it rip. I actually think that Trevor Lawrence is kind of a bummer to watch when he's not letting it rip. But when he is, he's so much fun. Mm-hmm. He's liable to have some weird fumbles, throw really stupid picks. But also when he's not like scared or overthinking things, he will do crazy shit that works too. Because he's still a very talented dude physically. Like he's fast when he wants to be. He can move laterally when he wants to. And he's got a cannon on his shoulder. He just needs to stop thinking and just let it rip. And when that happens, good things tend to happen for the Jaguars.
He did let it rip into a linebacker a couple times.
That's what happens when he lets it rip.
You let it rip.
Lets it rip. Like take the turnovers with Trevor, I don't think cost you as much as the upside for the incredible throws that he can make when he's letting it rip. You're going to get some turnovers, and there will be some bad games.
I don't know. This game tested that theory big time.
There will be some bad moments. There will be some bad games, but when Trevor is truly letting it rip, I think the good slightly outweighs the bad, and it's more exciting. So that's why I want him to let it rip more.
The Cardinals, speaking of let it rip, are just saying, hey, Jacoby Brissett, you just throw it 1,000,000 times a game.
Yeah.
Which I guess is a strategy. They're not going to win.
They can't really run the football.
Yeah, that's Jacoby Brissett. We said it like he's, in theory, a great backup, and then he gets in and he might win a game, and then he starts losing games.
Yep.
But it can look good at times because he can run an offense. He threw it 49 times today. He keeps just – I don't know what Jonathan – I don't really know what the Cardinals are doing other than just let's finish this season.
Yeah, so you know what's crazy is I mentioned this during the Boomers, but the Jaguars have now won 3 games in Pacific time this year. Mm-hmm. Going into the season, I believe their grand total of wins on Pacific time was 4.
Ever?
Let's see. Let me see what this stat was. This was a sad.
Phoenix isn't Pacific time though, is it?
I believe that it is.
I don't think it is.
So yeah, this is the
Arizona always gets weird because of daylight savings.
This is a stat. Before the season, the Jags were 4-16.
MST.
Oh.
The Jaguars were 4-16 all time in West Coast games, 3-0 this year.
That's good. They've 3-0.
They had won 4 total of those games.
Damn.
In their entire existence as a franchise until this season.
Pacific time. Yeah, this game was not in Pacific time.
Okay, so this was
Mountain time.
Mountain time. So the stat was wrong but I guess West. You can just call Phoenix West Coast. It's close enough.
Not Pacific time.
Could.
Yeah.
You'd be wrong, but you could.
Yeah, it's West Coast.
It's not.
West of the Rockies.
It's definitely not.
It's west of the Rockies.
So they should put it in Pacific time then.
They
Did
should
you call like
But they
Ohio the East Coast?
They should. They should call it. Hank's right.
What?
They should call it Pacific time. Arizona needs to make up their mind.
They do weird shit with.
No, they do.
Yeah. So sometimes of the year it is,
But right now it's
but right
Mountain
now it's
time.
not.
Right now, it's not.
Yeah, wait. What do they do?
I don't know.
Are they always Mountain time now?
They're always Mountain time. I think sometimes it's just 2 hours ahead. Sometimes it's 3 hours ahead.
Well, then that wouldn't
No,
be
it
Mountain
wouldn't
time.
Yeah.
Once again, this
Time
show,
zone-
this
this
show
is-
has. We're not a
time
time
really
zone
dumb,
show.
boys.
Time zones are tough.
We're not a
Getting
time
really
zone
dumb
show.
right now.
Time zones are tough.
The bottom line is that the Jaguars have sucked when they travel west for their entire existence. Now they don't necessarily suck.
When daylight savings time is in effect, the time zones shift and Mountain Pacific and Pacific time move forward 1 hour.
Yes,
What
so they
does
go-
forward mean? Does that mean that they would be Pacific, or does that mean they would be Central?
The ultimate joke is on us. Every time we joke about the time change, you have to remember that we're actually the ones that the joke is on because we don't fucking know shit.
They're currently observing Mountain Standard Time. So
Yeah.
it's only
Yeah, that's what Max was saying. They
So I guess
do
in the
Pacific
fall-
time. Well, no, we're in the fall.
no, but like earlier in the fall, if they played in Arizona,
Well, we haven't changed the clocks yet.
it would be Pacific time.
I think in the spring.
He's shaking his head. We change the clocks this next weekend. It's always the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
I think.
Wait, hang on. What time is it in Phoenix?
Right
says
now
it
it's
right
not,
there.
Yeah, I already did that.
9:55. Yeah.
Wait, that's 1 hour. Yeah, that's 1 hour.
Yeah.
But then ours would change too, so they wouldn't recognize our time.
What?
What? No, I like.
No,
when
I
we
don't
do
think they
change the
ch-
clo-
What? Go ahead.
when we do change the clocks, whether that be next week or in the spring,
They don't.
they don't.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So they become.
then they're-
then they would become
Pacific.
ours.
They
no,
become
Pacific or
Pacific.
Pacific.
They're trans-Pacific.
Yes.
They always stay the same.
They're past.
no, but we change.
Yeah, we changed. Arizona doesn't.
But then Pacific changes too.
Yeah, Pacific changes into Arizona.
Are we sure that they don't change?
Oh.
That we.
Are you saying the clock runs through AZ?
March to November, they have the same time as California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
November to March, they're the same time as Denver,
Okay, there we go.
They're POC time. Half
There we go.
Pacific.
except for the Navajos.
Oh.
Don't get it. We can't.
The Navajo Nation does not observe daylight savings. They remain on Mountain Standard Time all year.
I thought they don't. I thought
No, the Navajo Nation does not observe daylight savings.
I thought the whole state doesn't observe daylight savings.
No, the Navajo Nation does not.
All right, let's go to the
So
next
in
game.
conclusion, the Jaguars.
No, Arizona also does not observe daylight savings, with the exception of Navajo does. Navajo does observe daylight
Yeah,
savings.
you were wrong.
I'm reading it here. I'm sorry.
People are gonna either love this part or hate.
I'm
this
gonna
part
guess.
of the podcast.
I think it's gonna be a
guess
lot. It's probably gonna
love.
get panned.
Just really a lot of love.
Send this to the Golden Globes.
This was the last. Yeah, I think this is episode number 4 of the football season, where we just devolve into 10 minutes yelling about time zones, getting mad at clocks.
I did like Liam Cohen saying we're not going to apologize for winning around here. Good. No one should apologize for winning. It's a hard league to win in. It doesn't matter how it looks. It can be bad. It can look gross. Don't apologize for winning. Ever. Ever. It would be funny if a coach did one day just been like, hey, I'm sorry about that, guys. We actually suck.
Sorry, we won. Yeah, that's a bad
we
win.
just keep winning even though we suck.
Yeah, but the Jaguars, they're in it, man. They're in it. 7-4,
And they have
and they've got. Do they technically control their own destiny?
Yeah, because they play the Colts twice, and I think the Colts have to play the Texans twice as well.
Yeah.
So they're very much in it. They have the Titans this week. Oh yeah, wow. So the Jaguars, Hank, is live.
I know.
The Jaguars play the Titans twice and the Jets. And then they have
The Colts twice.
2 games against the Colts and the Broncos. So they have 3 games that they should conceivably win. And these are the Jaguars. I know Jaguars fans are listening right now being like, do not say any game is a given win. But they have the Titans twice and the Jets. And then 3 hard games that if they can go 2-1 in those, that could be a 12-win team. Jaguars sitting pretty.
They should win 10.
Good for the Jaguars. And let Trevor rip, right?
Let him rip.
Let him rip.
Like, that's what I think Trevor needs to be reminded of, that because he does get in his own head a lot.
Yeah, there was a moment in the game where I was like, I don't know what's going on if he's because they did feel like they should have put the Cardinals away easily, and then they just kept letting him back in the game.
Yeah, it's not pretty when he lets it rip sometimes, but that's okay. I think the biggest dumb picks guys that we got are Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, and maybe Dak, but not today.
No,
They dropped
tried.
most of his dumb picks today were dropped.
Tried. They really tried. Okay, last game in the afternoon slate, Falcons 24, Saints 10. I don't got a lot in this game except for Kirk Cousins. Look good. He's back. That dot talk to Darnell Mooney.
That was a nice pass.
Beautiful pass. Blake Grupe's got to get off the Saints. That guy stinks.
Or at least, like, him and Zion need to switch nutritionists.
It's crazy, man. He's so bad. He just misses every kick. And the Falcons' defense was good. Like, the Falcons' defense, I know that they were going against Tyler Shuck, who is, Pug with the water refills, who's a rookie quarterback. But the Falcons' defense, they just kept on getting pressure with 4. They were forcing turnovers. But it felt like the game was when the Kamara fumble, the handoff, Tyler Shuck's Kamara fumble happened early in the game. It was like, okay, this is going to be one of those Saints games. And then they had the snap over Taysom Hill's head on the goal line. When we do our bad owners, we're going to put, what's his name on there? Who owns the Saints?
That would be
The woman?
Miss what's her name?
Terry?
Yeah, Miss Terry.
Miss Benson.
Miss Benson.
Miss Benson.
She's bad owner.
Bad owner. I got a question for you, Big Cat.
Gail Benson.
This
You're
off-
on the clock, Gail.
This offseason,
Yeah.
is Kirk Cousins going to get a contract somewhere, or is he going to retire?
I think he's going to retire. Well, it depends on what he wants to do.
Yeah. If he wanted, let's say,
I could see him being a backup somewhere.
let's say hypothetically Kirk wants to keep playing.
Yeah. You could do worse for backups.
You could do a lot worse for a backup.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants to be
He was
one.
good today. I'm happy that he had today.
He is now at, I believe he's at like $320 million in career earnings
That's so sick.
through the end of the season.
That's so sick.
Can we get him up to 330?
Yeah. He I mean he is he might stay on the Falcons. I mean, Michael Penix is, you have to say, he has injury history. Like, he does.
So
Did he tear his ACL?
partially torn.
Okay.
So his if they wanted to keep him, his cap hit would be $57 million. So my guess is they probably won't have. They can cut
Maybe
him.
re-sign him to a better deal. Cut him and then re-sign him.
They could. They could try to do that. They could say, "Hey, let's renegotiate. Would you like to take $30 million less than what we originally planned to pay you?" And if he says yes, then okay, sign here, Kirk. But my guess is he's probably going to be cut, and then I'm curious to see if he gets another contract if he wants to keep playing.
Well, I mean, if he wants to keep playing, like, Kyle Shanahan would sign him for a backup.
Oh, he's been dreaming about him.
Yeah.
He's been dreaming. The Jets should sign him.
But good for the Falcons. They obviously had lost a lot in a row, and they don't like the Saints. Saints are a bummer. They're in that category as well.
This is
Titans, Raiders, bummer.
This is what cap hell looks like.
Yep.
If you're a winning team and you say, you know what, I'm okay, let's do cap hell so that we can try to win now and extend this little window that we have. This Saints team, as it currently is constructed, this is a window into your future that you should look at and think, do I really want to do this?
Yep. Okay, last game. We're at the point in the season, by the way. I know I feel like Falcons and Saints fans don't care that we don't talk about them for more than 2 minutes. We're going to get to the point in the season where it's like there's some of these games we're just going to have to breeze through. I'm happy for Falcons fans, though, to get a win. Although, do they want to win? I think they want to win. You want to be so embarrassing.
I think a lot of them would rather lose
Okay.
so they fire the coach.
Oh.
But the Rams have their first pick.
Oh. So, yeah, then they should definitely want to win.
Yeah, win.
Yeah. Sunday Night Football. The Rams are the best team in the NFL. Does anyone disagree?
Nope.
I don't know who would make the case for any other team
Patriots?
right now.
No.
They absolutely. It was like a 15-minute game, 17-minute game. It was over. It was just over. And Baker got hurt, which sucks. But that was Matthew Stafford was lights out, and then he just didn't have to play the second half. He was. What did he start? He started the game. Like I don't think he had a. He started the game some ridiculous. You have it, Zach?
No, off the top of my head, but Matthew Stafford's just a weapon. I can
He's
find it right
so
now.
good.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't played a competitive game in so long.
And they've beaten their two losses are the block kick with the Eagles, and they lost to the Niners when they fumbled on the 1 yard line. Remember when they were down 23-20? They ended up going to overtime, but Kyron Williams fumbled on the 1 yard line. Like, yes, you could obviously play that game with the Colts too, because the Colts had A.D. Mitchell drop the ball and everything, but they're just better than everyone right now. Their defense is ferocious. Matthew Stafford's the MVP of the league right now. What is the current odds on DraftKings? And Puka's the best. Devontae Adams is a perfect complement. They can do everything. I don't really know what their hole is.
They're just destroying people. They're destroying people, and their defense was so good tonight they ran out of sack celebrations to do.
Yeah, the Bucs are not a bad team. I know the Bucs are spiraling right now, and they're still injured, but they're not a bad team, and they made them look like a bad team. What are the MVP odds?
Drake. Matthew Stafford's minus 200. Drake May's plus 200.
Oh, wow. Minus 215. Zach, what do you think? The Bucs should still go to the playoffs, but
I believe still playoffs. Defense kind of non-existent today. They're just getting burnt in the backfield too. And Matthew Stafford just some of those like that second the second Adams touchdown. The throws just beautiful. Like Matthew Stafford is still just one of them ones. Mm-hmm. The Baker injury kind of sucked. They brought him back out from the tent. He got back in the game and then into first quarter.
I didn't understand that.
Yeah,
Me neither. Like if he's in the tent and we're already getting worked, just don't put him back in the game.
This is exactly what happened to Baker in Cleveland. And you guys are a much smarter organization, so I don't think it's going to turn out the same way. But Baker was good in Cleveland. Anyone who watched Baker was like, this is the best quarterback I've ever seen on the Browns. And then he hurt his left shoulder. And then he was like, I'm going to keep playing through it because I'm tough and I'm Baker Mayfield. And then he started to suck because he was injured. And the Browns were like, okay, keep going out there, Baker. You want to keep playing? All right, let's keep playing. And then he sucked. And then the Browns were like, well, maybe we'll get the pervert. And we can just make you expendable, Baker. Mm-hmm. That's what happened. And I think Tampa Bay is way smarter than that. I think that they realize that, like, yeah, Baker's injured. He's not going to be effective. Don't let him tell you that he's healthy enough to play because he's not. Let him get healthy. If he needs surgery, he'll get the surgery. I don't think that they're going to fuck him up, but his left shoulder looked like it was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was hanging when he was in the game.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's like he was playing through like smaller injuries earlier in the season, and like the Bucs have to make the decision not to let him hurt himself more because he'll just be like, I'm ready for game day, let's go.
Yeah. Yep.
This is not going to phase me. They got to be able to reel that in like, hey, let's just pump the brakes. Let's think big picture.
Yeah. And the pick six was not his fault. Cade Otton was just bobbling that ball down the field.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Bucs got demolished. The Rams are the best team in the NFL. I don't know. Are they peaking too early? I guess would be the only thing we have to ask.
Remember when Matt Stafford wasn't going to play this year?
Yeah.
Hey, his back might be so bad that he might not be able to play football again. He's laying down on a table for 6 hours because he can't practice. I think that McVay was just fucking with all of us.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? Looking at the Rams, they have 2 hard games left: the Lions and at the Seahawks. The other games they're going to be favored by a lot. Panthers, Cardinals, Falcons. They're cruising to the 1 seed.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Max, good thing you have that Jalen Carter blocked field goal because that's the tiebreaker, right?
Yeah, but there's like
Yeah,
I don't
no,
see a loss on maybe at
Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yes, at Seahawks. But yeah, they're just dominating. They're fucking awesome.
So
And they're fun to watch. And I Matthew Stafford's when he's in the zone, He makes football look easy.
And he was doing his look away passes.
Yep.
He was doing like the weird arm angles that make Dan Orlovsky come everywhere. Mm-hmm. It was a clinic. He's been lights out. Like I can't even in the losses when he played when they lost to the Eagles. I still think that Matt Stafford had a pretty good game, right?
Yeah, if I want to remember correctly, didn't their offense kind of go silent in the second half? Yeah. They kind of went away in the second half. They came out to a hot start. And yeah, he wasn't his best game, but he's been good pretty much all year long. Yeah, Rams. Team to beat. Are they officially the team to beat? You don't want to have to go to SoFi in January.
I think so. I think that that no one goes to Los Angeles. Hard place to play. Yeah. Good sports town. I think what are they 8-3 against the spread this year?
Yeah, they're killing teams.
They're crushing people.
Okay, last thing I had a rowback question for you guys. RHOBACK.com, promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase. Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts. Rowback.com, promo code TAKE, RHOBACK.com, promo code TAKE. Do you guys want to talk about the Texans and Bills real quick?
Yeah.
Texans killed the Bills defensively.
That defense is awesome.
That was
Will Anderson just physically abusing people.
8 sacks. Also, shout out the Texans crowd. That was that Deion Dawkins false start at the end of the game. That crowd was rocking. Rocking. And Davis Mills, 3-0. I think CJ Stroud's coming back. 3-0 as a starter. Saved the season.
Mm-hmm.
The Texans, remember, are my pinky team. They're dangerous in the fact that I don't know. They can be in every single game because of their defense.
So you said earlier, like, what would it be like if the Browns had an average offense?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the Texans are.
Yeah. And they made Josh Allen look bad. He had a really tough night. They were kicking the shit out of him.
I thought Josh died in the first half.
Yes.
When he landed on the ball, get the wind knocked out of him.
He had 2 picks. He did not look good. The Bills offense, I don't know why they went away from the run in that game, but that was an absolute ass kicking and a true home field advantage. And yeah, the Texans, are they a team nobody wants to play?
I don't think I'd want to play them.
No. Hell no.
If I was on defense, I might.
Yeah, because then they still don't have a very good offensive line.
What's going on with Keon Coleman?
I don't know.
Do we know? Because he was a healthy scratch second week in a row. Everyone assumed that he would be back because the Bills don't exactly have like a great receiving core, so they would need a guy like Keon Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
Something weird's happening with him.
Something is weird is happening with him. The Bills look like they're in some deep water. The playoff, I can't remember. I know we have every year. There's obviously the playoff picture is fun to dissect, but there are a lot of teams in the mix, and there's also like a lot of really good teams that are fighting for their life, which is making the playoffs like the Lions are not in the playoffs right now.
Right.
The Chiefs are not in the playoffs right now. The Texans are not in the playoffs right now. There's some good teams that are sitting there, and they're just going to have to fight their way in. I'm excited for some home stretch football here.
So the Athletic has the Bills at 82% to make the playoffs.
Yep.
Still 77% to win the division, but that looks like that's going to be the Patriots no matter what. I think the Bills are going to make the playoffs, and nobody in Buffalo is going to be like, this is our year.
No. And then the Texans are, if they make the playoffs, watch the fuck out, because that defense, there's something about watching a defense like that where just it's not just the fact that they're getting stops, they're just getting violent stops.
Mm-hmm.
They got violent. James Cook got a 45-yard touchdown run. Other than that, they kept the Bills offense, which is one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL, out of the end zone. Just suffocated them, beat the fuck out of them. So congrats to the Texans. I know everyone should tune into the case race on Wednesday. It was very fun. If you want to hear more about that game, we watched it live.
Yep.
We watched it live while we were drunk.
We had some real genuine reactions to it.
Yeah.
Hank was just devastated.
So devastated. Everything's breaking your way right now, Hank.
What do you mean?
I think
I'm just saying, like, the fact that the Bills lost on Thursday night, the Colts might be, I guess the Chiefs winning is not breaking your way. You don't want the Chiefs in there.
No. But if we get a bye, then that's all we want.
Yeah.
Were you devastated that the Bills lost, or were you devastated when you found out the 4 quarterbacks that have beaten the Bills this year?
No, I don't care about that at all. Why would I care about that?
Okay. You seemed upset in the moment. I just didn't know if
There's only one
thought
buy,
about
just
that
so you
more.
know. There's only one buy.
I know.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. If you get the buy.
If we get the bye, yeah. If we don't get the bye, then the Chiefs are going to be right in our radar.
They're going to be right in your fucking grill mix. Yeah. Mahomes. Okay. Reminder, we have a show on Wednesday this week. No show Friday. We're going to do an extra long show, though, Wednesday for anyone who has to work. Let's finish up the show with Who's Back of the Week. It is brought to you by our friends at Twisted Tea. All right, guys, Thanksgiving week is here, which means three things: football, food, and that one night where you see everyone you went to high school with at the same bar. Reunion no one asked for, but we all somehow show up to. And if you're doing it right, you're rolling it with Twisted Tea in hand. Twisted Tea is a refreshing hard iced tea with real brewed tea. No, not tea flavored, real brewed tea with a 5% kick that sneaks up on you like the Cowboys losing on Thanksgiving. Maybe not this year. That's what I love about it. Full of flavor, super smooth, no carbonation. You can sip it all day throughout the early games, the late game, the post-meal nap games. Twisted Tea is the MVP of Thanksgiving week. It's perfect for Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving Eve, or even when your family asks why you're still wearing your jersey during dinner. So no matter what you're up to, stock up on Twisted Tea for whatever your Thanksgiving week holds. Shout out to State Street Brats and Wando's. I got addicted to airdrops because Wisconsin won. Wisconsin's the hottest team in the country. They've won 2 home games against ranked opponents in November. Pretty cool. So I got a little addicted, and I just started airdropping everywhere. But yeah, everyone enjoyed the Twisted Teas on me. Yeah, listen, we bullied Illinois. And I don't give a fuck if the kids go on the field. People are just gatekeeping that. It's the dumbest thing ever. It's just a bunch of people who are sitting at home just being like, I wish I was in college.
What, for the Field Stormers?
Yeah. Oh, it's so embarrassing to Field Storm. It was senior night.
Yeah.
The kids at Wisconsin who are seniors were promised a good football experience for their 4 years. They've gotten dog shit.
There's probably a lot of fans that haven't had the opportunity to storm the field before.
Well, they did 2 weeks ago against Washington, but still.
This is their senior nights.
Yeah, I mean, they've – I also just – what does it hurt anyone? It looks like the funnest time. You go get fucked up. You make a memory with your friends. It does zero bad things to the world. Mm-hmm. All right, Hank, your Who's Back of the Week.
My Who's Back of the Week is Jack Hughes Dinners.
Oh, yeah.
So Jack Hughes, New Jersey Devils star, he was recently in Chicago and went out to dinner with Frank the Tank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Barstool's very own Frank the Tank.
How'd that go?
At that dinner, Jack Hughes cut himself and was put on the injury list.
Right.
I think he's out for like 8 weeks. Unintentionally. Mm-hmm. But that was just a very Fleming curse, very funny moment. But this past week, he was out to dinner with Tate McRae. So,
and she is
pop star.
Okay.
She's
Popular?
a member of Tank's Army.
Extremely popular.
Yeah, that's crazy. You don't know who Tate.
I've heard her name.
I honestly don't believe you.
I've heard her name.
Like,
What's her song?
She's very talented. Yeah, Memes now.
What's the song, Memes? Give me the song.
Sing it.
I don't know.
You were singing it.
I was singing "Love Me, Love Me." Say that you love me.
What is the song?
She's got lots of songs.
Give me one song.
No.
That's Chapel Roan. I know that. I've heard of her. I don't know what song. All right, I don't think I know any of these songs. Yeah, okay, I don't know.
Oh, by myself.
Is she the one that Connor Griffin's obsessed with?
X? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I know who she is now.
I thought that was Sabrina Carpenter.
Her as well.
I thought it was Olivia Rodrigo.
Her as well.
So he's just got.
So that was actually a bad question.
He's just horny.
Obsessed with all these girls.
Yeah.
She's a dancer.
But she's a singer?
I think she was like yes.
She's Britney Spears.
Britney Spears, yes. Britney Spears was a big thing.
Britney Spears was. A big
I know what Britney Spears is.
No, but they say that she's the next Britney
sings
Spears.
and
got
she
it.
dances.
Got it.
Okay, the next
A
Britney.
la Britney.
Got it. I got to hear one of her songs. I'm probably know it, but I don't know it off the top of my head.
You want me to play a song and then we cut it?
Yes. Okay, we listen to a song. I do not know her songs, but she seems talented.
And good for Jack Hughes.
Yeah.
He's back. His dinners are back.
He said
Dinners
two.
are back.
She does the other one where it's like, all my exes live in Texas.
That's
my
old
exes
song.
live in Texas.
They don't think
It's not-
about
yeah.
me.
Yeah, it's
makeup and
Why
Listen,
hang
she
my
seems
hat
very
in
talented. My
Tennessee? Great artist, great dinner guest. Jack Hughes knows how to pick him.
Would you rather go to dinner with her or Frank Fleming? After seeing
Definitely
that?
Frank.
Frank.
Definitely Frank.
100%.
There's no doubt about it.
I'm not a creep, bro.
Yeah. What is she, like 20? Yeah.
How old is she?
At least 21.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
22.
22.
Yeah. No, I would not.
What would I talk to a 22-year-old with at dinner?
I think
22-year-old girl. What would I talk to her about?
you say
Nothing.
You
There's
say,
nothing that we have in common.
You say 6'7" once, and then she kind of laughs out of pity, and then you try to say it again because you're like, oh, she liked it the first time, and then she gets up and leaves.
Yeah.
It would be a bad dinner. It would
Frank
be,
and I could-
I would not.
yeah.
I would not have anything in common with Tate McRae.
Okay, PFT.
My who's back of the week is the Hungry Dog. Did it hit?
No.
2 out of 3 hit.
2 out of 3 hit.
Yeah. So, but I had a Hungry Dog that was back this week. Blake caught a rabbit for the first time, and he ended
So
up.
Blake is back.
Yeah. No, Hank, just wait. He ended up eating like half the rabbit. The dog walker
So your dog's a murderer.
could not get the rest of the rabbit out of Blake's mouth. And she was like, does this dog, like, is there anything, what are the best treats that we can try to get it? So we used the freeze-dried chicken. We used the bully sticks. He would not drop the rabbit until he saw his favorite toy, which was the Hank doll. And Blake drops the rabbit.
Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't have prevented a murder, but
And
dropping this week on the Barstool store.
Yeah,
Bing, bing, bing.
it's incredible. He is addicted to this Hank doll. He's addicted to it to the point where he will drop fresh meat and instead play with his friend Hank, which I think is just it's
beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing.
is he going to try and kill me when he sees me?
Yeah,
No, he was just like nibbling on it, squeaking the squeaky toy.
The rabbit wasn't as lucky.
No, the rabbit wasn't. But I think it's an awesome thing that you've got dogs that just love you.
Do you think it's an awesome thing that your dog's a murderer?
I mean, he was protecting. Who knows what they can be up to?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like just
They could spread disease.
bad parenting, but that's just me.
Okay, well, I just thought that it was sweet, and they are available.
Your dog killing a rabbit is sweet?
No, him wanting to go for the Hank toy.
Yeah, but the rabbit part is not sweet.
Well, listen, the rabbit knew what it did.
What did it do? It just exists?
It was on his territory.
Can't exist.
It was on his territory.
It was on a walk.
It's instinct.
Was Blake on a walk?
It was in his vicinity,
So yeah.
and it
that
was taunting
something.
him.
Yikes.
It was
Yikes.
taunting him.
You got a killer on your hands.
Got to kill it, but he dropped it because he saw his best friend Hank, and he was reminded of beauty and love in this world,
Yeah,
and
you
friendship,
sucked all the life out of it.
and friendship. And then he was like, "I'm going to play with my best friend Hank again," which I truly love. So thank you for that great gift that you've given all of us on the show, and soon to share with the entire world when the Hank toy comes out on Friday.
No problem.
Yeah,
Go get it.
thanks, Hank.
Okay, my who's back of the week is rivalry week because we have a great college football slate this week. And we also had no change to the top of the rankings because everyone won this past weekend. So we're probably not going to have any difference.
Do you guys cover?
JMU
We
did
won.
not.
We won.
They did not cover.
That's probably bad for the rankings.
Oh, it's crazy. We beat Washington State by more than Ole Miss beat Washington State by, and also more than
you guys were like heavy favorites, all right?
Well, there's a couple touchdowns, but I mean, this is a tough team. They're second place in their division, Hank.
They're in a 2-team division. If you want to. They lost their only
Hank would have gotten there.
conference game.
He would have gotten there.
I would
eventually.
never have gone.
They lost their only conference game. They got a rematch though coming up. So
Yeah,
that's
home and
huge.
home.
Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna see. Everything comes out in Ohio State, Michigan. We had that USC Oregon game was great. Oregon looked good for the first time in a while. They've been struggling a little bit, winning games but struggling, and and we'll also find out where Lane Kiffin's going. Do you think we're gonna find out where Lane Kiffin's going before or after the Egg Bowl?
I think before.
I do
because it
too.
seems like Ole Miss has kind of put a enough is enough timer in place. Just it's an egg timer.
Totally fair.
Being like, hey, you got to make your choice because we hear a lot of stuff that you're doing right now, Lane, and I feel like Lane is getting off on the will he or won't he.
He's having fun. I like that he's having fun.
Yeah.
He makes college football fun.
So his family has spent time allegedly in Baton Rouge and Gainesville recently. Mm-hmm. He's gotten to the point where he's now fucking with the flight tracking community and sending planes up in the air that are then being diverted to and from Baton Rouge at a moment's notice in order to just throw the whole scent off the operation.
I love it.
It's great. I think he's probably going to leave. I'm changing my. I know I said like 2 weeks ago I didn't think he was going to leave. I feel like it's gotten to the point where if I had to guess, I would say LSU.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, though, this last week because we're going to have a lot of – there could be multiple 2-loss teams that are getting left out with the fact that everyone won and, like Oklahoma has 2 losses they're in right now, but Vandy, Miami, BYU only has 1 loss. They'll play in a conference championship game if they take care of business. The ACC is still a mess.
Yep.
Duke is still alive. 6-team chaos still alive.
Is it possible for the 6-team tie still?
I think so. I think everything happened.
I think that, a lot's going to have to do with the UVA Virginia Tech game.
Yeah.
If Tech can pull an upset, then things get really crazy.
Yeah. But, it's the dumbest league, and it's very funny. And Pat Narduzzi, when he tells you all he cares about is the last 2 games, believe him.
He's absolutely right.
Because what he did to Georgia Tech, they did not care about that Notre Dame game at all. But yeah, I'm excited. Feast week is the best. You got college basketball, you got NFL, you got college football. It's just everything's happening.
Michigan, Ohio State
is going to be 11.5-point dogs. Michigan. I think I have to bet Michigan out of respect, even though I think Ohio State is going to win. But just bet every underdog in rivalry week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be fun. I'm excited.
I will not be betting on Texas.
Yeah.
A&M, I feel like
A&M has nothing to play.
Texas,
they have something to play for, obviously, but they don't. Their season is set. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to get kicked out of the playoffs if they lose this game.
Arch had his I do everything game.
Mm-hmm.
So Texas hasn't looked bad, but I feel like I feel like this is the year that Texas A&M just slices their throat.
At Texas though.
Yeah. Austin's half filled with Aggies, anyways. It's weird. Wearing their rings around.
Texas 2.5-point dogs. Okay, Zach, finish us off.
My who's back of the week today is the guys over at Optic Texas. Dashi, Shotzi, Mercules, and Hook.
Who? What?
The guys over at Optic Texas, professional Call of Duty team.
Okay.
Dashi, Shotzi.
Did they stream?
Dashi, there was a couple POVs, yes sir.
Did they stream yesterday?
They had some POVs up while they were in the tournament. The Monster Invitational.
Did Bush stream?
This is the preseason.
It's a pro-am though. First pro-am on the new title. You know what I mean? So you get to see the guys on the new game, and it was more so like they didn't lose a map until the finals.
I'm just a Bush gaming.
This is like when like pro teams go to like China and play like the local teams.
Yeah, when Manchester United plays here in the summer. Zach, I'm a Bush Gaming fan, and I was just looking for their stream yesterday, and I couldn't find it.
They first in that bracket, they tough pool first map. They had to play Thieves, took them to map 5, and then tough pool against Miami Heretics. They got 0-3 there.
Can I give you?
Nothing you're saying makes sense.
Just a little piece of business advice.
Yes, sir.
You should make a public offer to Kyler Murray.
Public offer, you think?
Yeah, just be like, hey, we've extended an offer to Kyler Murray, just to get your name out there.
Ballpark, how big?
Doesn't matter. He's small.
I don't think Kyler Murray likes Barstool Sports.
No, he definitely doesn't.
Yeah, but it's about making the
He's
offer.
had me blocked for a very long time.
I think he has like every single person.
It's about making the offer.
Barstool blocked.
It's like when
anyone who's ever called him short, I'm pretty sure is blocked.
Yeah, it was that Rams playoff game when I was like, he's too short for the playoffs, and then he blocked me.
Unblocked part of my take account.
He unblocked it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So maybe he's back. Let me see.
He was blocked. We were blocked at one point, right?
Oh yeah,
big time.
You'd make it sound like we were so blocked.
Well, memes were probably making a lot of memes about it, a bunch of memes about him being short.
Oh, I'm still blocked.
I don't think I was never blocked.
Still blocked by Deshaun Watson.
That one we could.
That's good. That's good.
Wear as a badge of honor.
Yeah.
Okay. Good show, boys. I don't. Zach.
Yes, sir.
What does any of that mean?
Oh, it was just the new title came out, so new game, and there's a pro-am, so pro teams, amateur teams came together.
Here's my question, Zach. Did you have fun?
Did I have fun?
Yeah,
I enjoyed watching it. Yes,
and there you go. I'm happy that you're happy. Also, how was your sleeping this weekend?
It's okay.
What were your shifts like?
Shifts?
Yeah, like Friday night. What time did you go to bed?
Well, Friday night, had pop punk. Got home about 1:30. I played the game for a little bit with with the boys. That was good. Probably went to bed around 5. There was a lot. We were having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then they brought Nuketown back. That was a big hit. Double XP weekend. Shout out Double XP weekend.
Okay.
Then yesterday.
Wait, what time did you wake up on Saturday?
Saturday woke up probably like 10.
Okay. It's not a lot of sleep.
And then it was straight back to the game.
Love that.
It was a beautiful day out. Window open, breeze coming through.
So nice.
That breeze was nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what about
outside?
today?
You're basically outside all day.
What time did you stay up till last night?
Not too late. Like 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what time did you wake up today?
Probably woke up 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Oh, that's not bad.
I heard that you sent a text at 3:30 in the morning over the weekend saying, "My bad, I just woke up from a nap."
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. There was a nap shift in there.
Okay.
That was tough.
From what time to what time was your nap?
That was so the nap would have been like 9 to 1, 9 to 2, something like that.
That's sleep.
You went to sleep.
Leave it on. Leave the mic on.
Oh, got you. Yeah, it's like 9 to 2, quick nap. What happened was I laid down and watched.
No, 9 to 2 is not a nap.
Well, I laid down and watched a little TV, and I go either bed for TV or desk. So
Yeah.
when I lay down and watch TV and just relax, when I'm not wanting to be on the game for a little bit, I sometimes fall asleep.
Right, because it's bedtime.
Yeah, 9
'Cause it's
to
9
2
p.m.
is that's sleeping.
But then once you wake up, there's no going back to sleep for a couple hours.
Well, yeah, you could just roll over and go back to sleep.
I mess it up every time, every single time.
So you just got back on the sticks?
Yeah, we got straight back to the sticks. Because my boy Gabe gets off work around 1:30, so he's texting me like, "Hey, it's go time," and I'm like, "All right, round 2, let's go."
Well, you
Let's
should
ride."
have said the Gabe part is pretty important.
Oh yeah, he works. He runs a restaurant or a golf course that closes late. So when he's down to fire, I'm always down to fire with the boys.
Yeah, you gotta.
Can't leave the boys hanging.
No, can't. Okay, good show, boys. We'll see everyone on Wednesday, and that will be an extra long show for Thanksgiving. Numbers.
3.
Good job, Mean.
Let's go 22.
No one's even trying to get it anymore.
I mean, I am. It's just he's so quick.
I'll go with 31.
You don't hesitate anymore.
83. I'll hesitate for you. What did you guess?
22.
I'll go 21.
99 pug.
Wow.
71.
44.
95.
Memes does get excited for every single one like it's going to be the one. Oh, 9.
Oh, 9. Shout out 9.
9. JJ McCarthy.
9. There he is.
It was what was it? What's Jameis's number? It was Jameis's number last
19.
last Sunday.
Is
Yeah,
this year.
it's always a sign.
You want to do one more?
Yeah, I'll do one more.
Also, Texas A&M does have something to play for.
What?
They lose their
the
SEC
SEC championship. But is that?
Some people call it bigger than the national championship.
But would you? At this point, do you want to play in the championship game?
I think so.
I think so too, but it's also just another chance to, like, the championship games are going to be in trouble soon. Wouldn't you agree?
They're gone within the next 2 years.
Yeah, like just being like, hey, you're already in the playoff. Go play an extra game if you're in the SEC or Big Ten.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, especially they said it doesn't matter towards the playoff bracket.
And obviously, you would rather have a bye, but the home playoff game is crazy money for the school in the city.
Yeah, I think they should just expand to like 32 teams.
No.
Why not?
Why not?
Every conference gets a bid. Automatic. Sun Belt, MAC.
Memes. All right, I'll tell you why not. I don't.
All right, with lottery ball.
Yeah, we don't need to do all
SMU.
this.
I don't need to see SMU playing in more playoff games. I don't need to
it's good
see
for schools like JMU,
It is.
so they don't have to keep losing their coach.
Why am I getting?
All right, numbers.
Why'd you redirect that at me, man?
Is everyone sticking with their number?
Yeah. Here comes
37. Memes you're never going to get it.
Love you guys.